Good evening to everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it's in your where you live. Tonight we're gonna do the Tottenham preview. We played Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday, 1:30 p.m. kickoff. Um, a lot to talk about really. Um, and a lot to talk about. Sorry about that. Just while we're waiting for the panelists to come on, I will carry on talking about the game. And first of all, I want to start off what Thomas Tuchel, I was going to say, what Graham Potter said today in his press conference. Uh, we have two players out. Kante's still out. Pulisic is out. The rest of the squad is fit and ready to go. Today they was asking him questions, um, a lot, about the situation and everything. Let me just welcome Dex before I carry on. Hi Dex, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll hear you loud and clear. Good. Yeah, I was just saying about Graham Potter's press conference. I just started reading out what he was saying. Not everything, but the the most important points. Um, they were asking him, uh, "Is the board happy with you? Um, what do you think about are they going to give you time and all this?" Polo replied he said it's tough when you lose. He has talked with the board a lot. He's talked with the players one to one with the players this week. And he said it's never good to lose at home, especially to Southampton. Yes, we know that. Um, and they said, why is all this happening? He said there's a lot of factors why uh, why we are losing. There's a lot of factors. He's been in all the injuries he had and all that. That's what he's talking about. And they asked him about the fans. What do you think about the fans? Are they going to get worse? What after the reaction, what you had after Southampton? He said, I can't do anything. It's not nice, but he said only results can talk. That's what he said basically. And what else he said? Uh, yeah, we have to win matches. Same story, usual. Didn't look too, unhappy or anything. He's just answering questions like he usually does. He kept going on about the injuries affected the outcome where we are now. Yeah, yeah. Blame too many questions. Just going back to the old answers, injuries, and he said about the new players, it's going to take time for them to adapt. Yeah, I understand that it will take a bit of time, but still, you should do better. You should do better, really. Um, yeah, Dex, what do you think about all that press conference talk?
I mean, like just from hearing what you just said, what he's been saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's he can't really well, he's pretty much getting told what to say. I think because he can't really say anything else.
Really, yeah, it's nothing new,
Mm,
nothing to make us excited about. Even the match against Tottenham, usually, all the Chelsea fans are really up for it. We are, but it doesn't feel the same this time. I don't
mm,
know. It's hard to describe my feeling anyway, because
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
because too many things with Graham Potter. It doesn't show me. Doesn't when I hear him talk. especially after games. Recently his no reaction. All these doesn't show no emotion, nothing. I don't get it really.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't want to just talk about him. We're not here for that. Only we're here for talk about the games ahead, all the Premiership games ahead. I see you got Palace away,
mm-hmm.
Liverpool. I'll go through the lot when a few others come in. Yeah, they're always late as usual. Uh, yeah, they'll,
About Potter though, like I
yeah,
think
go on. Yeah.
on his like what he said in his press conference, like it was interesting to him to say that he's had one-on-one discussion with the players. It would be more interesting who which players they were, but we probably have a rough idea who they were. But I want like when he says that, I think I'm hoping when he means by he's had one-on-one discussion with players, I'm
Hmm.
hoping he's given them, told them that, given them fair criticism that they need to do better, they need to perform better, and they need to show more on the pitch because um, if you do that, then I think the players will respect you more. And this is what I've said beforehand. Like, I don't think half the players in that team or the squad respect Potter. Um, hence why they've been performing badly. So hoping that he's had those discussions one on one with them. Hopefully, it makes them play better for Sunday against Spurs because it technically is a big game, really. They
Yep.
need to understand
Massive.
that.
Yeah, and the other thing is, sorry, Dex, they asked him about Aubameyang again. He said he's been training. They asked him, is his future at the club still? He said, yeah, he's happy training. Yeah, his future is at the club. He's in the squad. Let's see.
Mm,
He just answers the same question, same things all the time. He
mm,
won't give nothing away.
no,
But he's got a future, but he doesn't pick him when he should.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
or put him on the sub bench like he should have done at Dortmund. Or I don't understand him really. I can't make him out. That's why I give up with Potter.
Yeah,
Really.
I understand that. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a tough one with Aubameyang because obviously he hasn't been playing and he hasn't been involved, and he's not in the Champions League squad either.
Hmm.
So it's like from a fan point of view and from a outsider's point of view, it almost looks like that he's not really in Potts' plans. But then, obviously, he's there. He's earning a weekly wage, so they can't just like not pick him or play him. Because he's earning a lot of money. So I think that's why Potter said like, oh, he's probably in the squad and.
Hmm.
Whether he'll start or not is another question. I mean, I hope he starts because, you know, whatever
Yeah.
people think about Aubameyang, he's still a quality striker to have. Like
Yeah.
even in the big games, he can get you goals. So I think at the moment, that's what Chelsea's been lacking up front. I think they just need someone to put the ball in the back
Of
of the net.
course. It's got to be David Fofana or Aubameyang for me, but I'm sure he will still go for Havertz.
Mm,
We're going. I've done my team already. Ready. Uh, we'll do that a bit later on. But yeah, I don't understand him at all. I don't know. I can't make him out. Um,
mm,
and it's a shame because really, usually, massive Tottenham away, massive. You're always at home or away. You look forward to it. We've really, you think you're going to win because we don't lose at Tottenham. We haven't lost at their new stadium, never. And it's not the same feeling. And it's hard to say, I want us to win, of course, but I can't see it happening. I really can't.
no, it will be a
uh,
hard game for sure.
yeah, very hard. I mean, every game in the Premiership is hard. I know,
Yeah.
but when you play your players out of position, putting Mason Mount at false nine against Southampton, I can't forget that game. He said today about the game. They asked him about the Southampton game. Yeah, first half wasn't good. Second half, we played better. I can't understand him, honestly.
Mm,
Same Potter. So you know, I don't know why I listen to his press conferences anymore, but I still do, just to see what he says. And you know what he's going to say. When you ask him a question, you know the answer. It's like, you know, like you said, they told him what to say. And they told him, say, you know, you're very, the body's happy with you, which he said. He said, yeah, they're sticking with me. They're very happy with me and all that rubbish. Let's see how long they're going to be happy.
I was going to say there was
Yeah.
there was pictures released today, weren't there, of Bowley and Potter standing next to each other in training. They looked like they were chatting and smiling. So
Yeah, yeah.
that just shows there's no
That's
ill
yeah.
relationship at the moment between
Yeah,
them.
they want to show that, don't they? They don't want to
Mm,
show anything bad right now. But you know, the next few games will tell. If we lose against Tottenham, that's going to be bad enough.
mm,
And then we got next Saturday Leeds at home, and the following Tuesday Dortmund at home. You know, so
yeah.
it might not even go to Leeds. If we lose, you know, we lose to Tottenham, then somehow we don't beat Leeds or draw even, and we get knocked out of that European Cup. What's going to happen?
Mm,
I can't see him lasting for the Leeds game really.
mm,
Let's see.
exactly. Yeah, let's see. I
Yeah,
think it's important because I I'll tell you what's interesting. Like the people that say that they're Potter in, yeah, and they say like
yeah. Give him
give
time.
him time and like and all that, but it's all well and good saying that, yeah. But at the moment, I don't think some um fans in particular, I don't think they realise like Chelsea as a club over the years, they've always been a club that have always competed and have always been at the top there or thereabouts and always been uh, challenging for trophies and cups. Do you know what I mean? Like they've
Yeah,
never have to like start doing a rebuild or start from scratch because you know
exactly.
it's never
Yeah,
happened. They don't want that, which is fair enough because obviously every football fan wants their team to compete and win trophies like mine do. Like, but I don't it just baffles me so much how
mm.
like these recent performances and the style of football as well. Like, I don't get some of these fans that back Potter. I really don't. It really baffles.
Yeah. Well, you're going to see what John does. He's not here. He should come on. Usually comes on time. John is you know, he wants to give it time. Max is in between now, but a lot of them are
Mm,
changing their minds. Max, Bobby, they're
mm,
not that in as they were. They still want to give him a few games,
yeah,
but they're not, you know, exactly. You know, you heard them,
yeah,
and you know, let's see if they come on anyway. We're going to discuss that. While we wait for the rest of them, let's start. I'll start with the league table just to refresh, you know, where everyone is,
yeah,
and um, and at the moment, Arsenal, you know, they've got 54 points. With one game in hand on City with 52 points. It's close. So this weekend depends what happens. You know, it could change again. If City win, they will have 1 point more. If an Arsenal go to Leicester, is it? Let me just check. Yeah, they go to Leicester. So Leicester can. You never know. Leicester need points.
mm, mm-hmm.
So you know, you keep going up and down with them two now. So I hope Leicester beat Arsenal. You know, I want City to win. I don't want Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm
You
the
know, do
same.
you?
I'm
Yeah, I
the
know you
same.
are. We don't want them those South London merchants. You know, Woolwich
Yeah,
merchants to go and win the league.
yeah,
It's funny though, but no, I don't want. We can't have them winning the league. Can you imagine their fan base? They're
oh,
already.
yeah.
Oh God, they're already driving me mad.
Mm,
So yeah, so we got Arsenal, City, and Man United. United, God, what are they doing? Some form. They hit some form. They're not, you know, unstoppable. They're on 49 points. Play the same games with City. You see, I don't know if you see what you were watching them last night
yeah,
against
I saw a bit. Yeah.
Barcelona,
Mm,
and they were, you know, it was up and down that game, and they won 4-3. Very good goal in the end, right at the end, last few minutes. They managed to win again.
Yeah.
So, they go for the League Cup final on Sunday. They've got the Europa League. They've got that. They're still in that. They can go and win that now. I can't see anyone beating them in that Europa League now. They can even win the league. They're still there. So imagine a team. What's this Ten Hag is? What's he done?
Is this? Can I just point something out? Is this his first season at Man United? Because he joined in the summer, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so this is what I mean. Again, this is what the sign of top managers are. Ten Hag, first season Man United.
Unbelievable.
He's third. He spent the same amount of money as Potter, like Chelsea have done the summer, or Potter has even. He's got his own players together, and they're in a League Cup final. They're still in Europe, and they could possibly win the league. So if he ends up winning all 3 trophies in his first season, that's an achievement. Do you know what I mean?
They're going to have a statue of him already.
Oh yeah.
And Dex, it's unbelievable what he's done. That's why you need a world-class manager. Look what he came in. He was ruthless. He got rid of Ronaldo. He benched him. But Ronaldo was, before that, he was him in charge. When Solskjaer was there.
Yeah.
Ronaldo was the boss. With Ferguson, telling Solskjaer what to do. But he came in and he got Rashford playing his best. I've never seen Rashford play so good in my life right now. Unbelievable. Where was he before that? He was dead. He was gone.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you call a manager. God, man, yeah. And so we have Man United in third, and Tottenham still in fourth place, 42 points. They're doing really good, really. 24 games played, 42. Then Newcastle, Fulham, Brighton, and Liverpool on 35 points, with 2 games in hand on Tottenham. So 35 points. So you can go a point behind them, if I'm right, if you win your 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible for you to go get top 4. You're in it.
Yeah, it's in our hands, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. It is. I know a bad result against Real Madrid, but Real Madrid they come to life. It's very, I'm not surprised they went and won 5-2, even when you were 2-0 down. 2-0 up.
Yeah.
It's Real Madrid. It's their competition. I don't know what it is with that competition. They come to life.
Yeah.
It's a shame you could have kept it to just a 2-goal difference, 1 goal difference, but 3 goals. God.
Yeah.
I can't see Liverpool, going there and getting 4-0. You know what I mean?
We have to do a Barcelona again.
Yeah.
If we have any chance.
I mean, it is possible. Look what we done when we lost 3-1 at home, and we went there, and you see what happened. We should have won. We were unlucky not to win the game, the tie. But this time I can't see it because it's 3 goals, and you're playing at Real Madrid next. I know what their fans are like. God, it's got to be some atmosphere. But it's football. If Liverpool manage to score an early goal, you have to score a very early goal, really, and the game is up. This is football for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you went 2-0 up at home. Why there's nothing to say you can't go 2-0 up there. But this time, get the win. You don't know, but it's hard. It's going to be very hard.
It is going to be hard,
yeah. And then I'll see after Liverpool in 8th place, you've got Brentford 9th and Chelsea 10th, 31 points. It's disgraceful. Even if we beat Tottenham, we're still 10th. We've been 10th for the last few weeks now. God. So if we manage to lose another 2-3 games, we will end up If Aston Villa start winning, Palace and Forest, all them 3 clubs can overtake us. You know that. It could be, it could get worse because we're not winning. So if Southampton still bottom, Leeds second from bottom, West Ham in trouble, third from bottom, and Bournemouth, who play City, Bournemouth have Man City this week. They're just above West Ham. And you got Everton, Wolves, Leicester, all close. It's going to be a fight for the top 4 and for who goes down. It can go in, from either from Aston Villa to Southampton. Any club could go down, really. It depends what happens. You got this weekend. We got Fulham, Wolves, Everton, Villa, Leicester, Arsenal. So if Leicester go and do, they need points. If they at least get a draw, that'd be good for City. And West Ham, Forest, another West Ham have to go win, get a result. But I see Forest getting at least a point. They're really in form, Forest. And you got Leeds, Southampton, the bottom 2. What a game that will be. That could be us, I don't know. We say we say what the scores will be later on. And you've got Leeds, Southampton, Bournemouth, City, Palace, Liverpool, of course. That's not easy either. Palace have been drawing a lot. I wouldn't put it past them to get another draw. Liverpool, they have to win, really.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
You have to keep winning now, especially like teams like Palace. And then you've got us at Tottenham and Newcastle, Man United, of course, the League Cup final. I won't call it the Carabao Cup final because it is a League Cup final.
Yeah.
And I know they're the sponsors, but I hate when people call it that. For me, it's a League Cup final, like the FA Cup final is the FA Cup. Yeah. That's all you got, really, Dex. I must mention, the sad news we heard the other day. John Motson, one of the best commentators of all time, he's up there for me. With Brian Moore. Brian Moore died a few years ago, and Motson, he's gone there as well. Now he's gone. But what a man! What a commentator! He supported Barnet because he started commentating at Barnet, but he loves Chelsea. He was a real Chelsea fan. He liked Barnet because he started there. He supported Barnet, yes, but he was a Chelsea fan. I don't know if you knew that. Did you knew?
I didn't, to be fair.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, he was a Chelsea fan, but never wanted to say. He never said it a lot because he was because Barney made it happen for him. That's why.
I remember he commentated. The FA Cup game when we played West Ham, and Steven Gerrard scored that absolute worldy goal, long range.
And if you remember, he commentated on that great FA Cup tie when we beat you at the Bridge when we were 2-0 down at half time. That year we went and won the FA Cup with Ruud Gullit. Vialli scored 2 goals. It was Motson.
Yeah.
He was a commentator. Yeah, I'll never forget. Good. How you say his name? Yasin. Yasin, a Liverpool fan here. Dex, happy Friday, everyone. Yeah, happy Friday to you. Yasin, what do you think about your chances at Palace? Let us know in the comments. Yeah. So, you anything you want to say about these fixtures coming up?
Well, aside from the Chelsea game, really, I think that game, like, it's big importance to both teams, technically, but in hindsight, it's more important to Chelsea because, you know, the outcome of this game, I think it will sort of change or break their season.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Chelsea needs to get a win, really. They haven't managed to get a win for a while now. And, you know, Tottenham are not going to be an easy team to play against because they started to pick up a bit of form now. They've got players coming back that are in form, like Son and Kulusevski. But this is what I meant. This is what I said before. Like, Potter needs to get them ready up for this game because, you know, they go into that game all with not the right mindset. It could be a long day for them. So, you know, Potter needs to show signs that he's going to be the Chelsea manager, and he needs to show it really quickly because if he doesn't, then I think he'll end up leaving or getting sacked. But I don't know. It depends how the game starts off. I think if Chelsea come out and get on the ball and get at Tottenham, because defensively Tottenham aren't that brilliant. Like they've got a great attack, but defensively they're not amazing. So I think, you know, if Chelsea get at them,
Yeah, Dex, I lost you a minute.
so it would have to be Chelsea would have to put in a really good performance in, and, you know, hopefully Potter makes the right calls on the team lineup and team selection as well. He needs to get it right for this game. So yeah, I think it will be. I don't know. I can't. It'll be either a tight win or a draw. I think either one.
Yeah, he's changing his mind. He's saying that Yassin Mohammed. Then he's saying, but he changed it to 2-1. I mean, 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, really, Liverpool should win. Palace are not in great form. But, you know, they have a lack of drawing games at Sellers Park. They've drawn the last 4. God, you know, when you see that, you think, oh, are they going to get another draw now?
Yeah.
But it's up to Liverpool to go and play. They have to, you know, make up for that Real Madrid defeat, really.
Yeah, I agree. We have to, you know, I'm not... Any game we're going into now, this is what I mean about the managers getting the players into, you know, ready up for all the next fixtures. Like, I listened to Klopp's press conference today, and he said he was asked, like, how do you feel about going into every game now, every league game, trying to make top 4? And he said, like, every game now from now to the end of the season is a Champions League qualifier game. We have to go into it like that. You know, that's what he
knows.
Said. He knows the importance of making top 4.
Of course. And the good thing about you have Klopp. He knows, he's been through it. He knows what to do. You know, he's not Graham Potter. So,
yeah.
You know, I don't hate you, Graham. Don't think I hate you when I keep saying, you know, mentioning your name. But it's just, you know, your attitude is not good for me. I want to see you jump up and down on that bench. Don't just stand there folded arms.
Yeah.
And then you get my votes. When I see you act, I haven't seen you do anything yet. But I don't hate you. You're a nice guy. Just in case Graham Potter's listening. Yeah. It's true, though. That's how I feel, Dex. I can't.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
You know, I go to nearly every game and I'm waiting to see a reaction, something. You know, and it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, no, no.
Oh my God, man!
I'd be the same as well. Like,
of course you would.
At the end of the day, with Potter, like, you know, the thing is, though, we have to see it for what it is. Like, Graham Potter, to me, I did say at the start when he came into the job, I said, listen, just give this guy time, give him the backing he needs, get his own players in and all that, and then hopefully it will start to unfold eventually. But, you know, come a couple of months later on, he's been given a lot of backing, especially in January. He's brought in a lot of new players. And, you know, so there's not really much excuse, really. I mean, like, when Klopp first came in Liverpool, he had a Brendan Rodgers squad, and he finished 8th, but he got to a League Cup final and a Europa League final. That team. So that's a sign of top managers, and unfortunately, like with Potter, he's been given more of a luxury than that because he's got his own players now. He spent a lot of money in January, but the results are not shown on the pitch. So it just shows you the different levels and calibers of managers. Like it comes back to Ten Hag. Ten Hag's first season, people say he's had a pre-season though, but it doesn't really matter though because at the start of the season they were playing bad. Like they were awful. They were getting. I remember when they got lost, they got smacked up by Brentford at the start of the season. They lost 4-1 or something. They got absolutely annihilated. But now Ten Hag turned it around. He's got the players on his side, and they're playing their football. And now look, they're in a League Cup final on Sunday. They're still in Europa League. They knocked out Barcelona, who were the favourites, and they're third in the league, and they could still possibly be in the title race. So, again, it comes back to levels of managers.
Yeah, they're in the title race. 49 points, 3 points behind City right now. That's all it is, really, and they play the same games as City. God, I can't believe they're up there. This manager's done miracles. No one would have said that before he came along.
Nick, I'll ask you this question. Yeah. Do you think the board should have went for Ten Hag over Potter? Would you rather have Ten Hag at Chelsea than
a million times? Yeah, of course. You see what United did. They brought what's his name before to steady the ship and to wait to get the right manager. That's what we should have done, not rush into it. We got rid of the world-class manager. Didn't give him a chance. 6 games. What's that? I know they fell out, but still shouldn't have got rid of him. And then we just they put Graham Potter. I understand Bowley didn't know much. We didn't have a sporting director or no one. So I understand where Bowley is coming from. He just wanted this long-term project. But I can't see it happening. Even if Potter stays 2-3 seasons, it ain't gonna happen with him. I can't see it. I'll be really shocked. I'll be surprised if he turns it around. But Ten Hag, of course. I didn't know much of him really till he came to United, Dex. I didn't hardly know the guy.
I knew a bit about him. Like, he was very good at Ajax, and he was always competing in Champions League.
For Ajax, he was good, but we thought Ajax, they won't winning any trophies or nothing. But he's unbelievable what he's done with these players because he's tough. He doesn't take nonsense.
No.
That's why they're there. He shows you what a guy is to turn it around with players who completely lost form. That like Rashford and a few others. And he's got them playing like they never played before. God, that's what I call a manager. Yeah, I wish something will have to give for us as well sooner or later.
Oh yeah,
but it starts on Sunday. Massive game. If we lose that, that's going to be bad enough to go and lose. If we lose that game,
what do you think? What do you think will happen if you lose that game? Do you think the pressure will be on now, or do you think the fans will be outraged?
Pressure is on. I know Graham Potter was saying today. There's always pressure. He said he understands there's pressure. He goes, there's been pressure since I've been here 4 months, and it's pressure every day for me. He said. Because it's Chelsea. There's pressure, but they're sticking by him. He said, the board are sticking by me and all that, and I don't know. You know what? It's going to depend on the fans' reaction. At Tottenham, it's going to depend. If we lose badly, God, them fans, they'll be going crazy. Then he will start the other owners. Bowley's going to be there. He'll be watching it. It won't look good.
No.
And and I don't think the fans will end up going to the bridge and having a protest. But I'm not going to get till I know for sure till I see them actually there, because you know God, I couldn't believe not even one. I was there at 5 o'clock. I went there. Took me 2.5 hours to get there from a bus and 2 trains. I don't mind going to Chelsea, but I really thought there'd be a few people, at least. All right, not thousands, but at least a couple of hundred. No, because it was you saw Twitter.
Yeah.
And the funny, I found out that the guy who made that banner, that post, with that saying the time 5 o'clock, he lives in Africa. He was on the space. He was on the space the other day when I last in a space. The other day, he was him. What's his called? And he follows me. Yeah, I didn't know he was him, and he was in Africa. If I knew, I wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
And he's making the ad go there, go do just to get the fans here. But oh god, yeah, oh god. But you know why I went. Of course, I wanted to go. Cause, I know it's not going good for Chelsea after Southampton. After all that booing, I thought the fans would stand up and go and try and do something. But they didn't. No one. I'm not talking about Twitter. I don't care about Twitter fans. They're not real fans, most of them. But a lot are. A lot. I'm not saying all of them. A lot do go. I know some will go. But I'm talking about the rest of the fans at the bridge. Most of them, they don't go on Twitter. They're real fans. No, I am, but I do go on Twitter. But I'm just saying, I was expecting at least 100 people or 50. If I would have been happy. But so I've got the security guard to take me a picture. You see the picture what I had.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I took the ground as it was empty. What can you do? It happened. But and because I couldn't say once I said yes, I'm definitely going. I've said it on my space. They were asking me, "Are you going? You have to go." Yes, I'm going. Once I say, I'm doing something, doesn't matter. It's about football, Chelsea, whatever. I have to do it.
Yeah.
If I promise something, I do it. That's how I am. But the last 2 protests we had, at least I didn't go for nothing. Especially for the Super League, where we did turn up in our thousands. So that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the one I did organize for the Ricketts protest, all right, there was only about 200 of us, but at least it was 200. And we made Roman listen, and they didn't, didn't take the Ricketts. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a crazy world, really. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like those protests and all that. Like, I think it's important that you attend those sort of things because at the end of the day, like you only want what's best for the club, and the club ain't going nowhere. It's just the people that are in charge that sometimes they don't care about the club or what happens to it. So it's important that it's important to like sometimes attend these things. Like if there was an FSG protest, do you know what I mean? There would be like loads of Liverpool fans going to that because we don't like FSG. So do you know what I mean? But it's say if I was like the only one that went there, I wouldn't care really because at the end of the day, I don't like FSG and I want them out of the club, and it makes a statement really. I think.
Yeah, it does. I'm all in for that when it matters. I have to go. I can't not go when it matters, like it did for the Super League. And we started it all to get out of it. We were the first to go in and come out. That was unbelievable protest. But and the Ricketts was good as well. And we had to. We 200 should be more because before the game there was people coming to. There was a game we were playing Brentford that day. we were there at 12 p.m. We said we all go there at 12. We did, but a lot of fans just stayed in the pub, singing and doing whatever they do usually, and just getting into the ground. A lot of them just ignoring us and getting into the ground at 1:30 when they could have stand there and protest. So it shows, they didn't care. Not all of them cared. That was hard to believe as well.
Mm.
They just didn't want to stand there with us, but it happened. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I just had a text from Ben. He said he's coming soon, but I don't know when. We're not going to wait for anyone. We carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people, it happens sometimes. Some of them have to suddenly do something or whatever.
Something different, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, but I will come to. Should we do a team lineup?
Yeah, can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have one in mind for Chelsea?
I've got one off the top of my head. I think.
Shall I tell you mine first?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Kepa, of course, in goal. This is my team. I don't know what Potter would do. Kepa, I've got Wesley Fofana on the right, Silva in the middle, Buddy Shy on the left, and I've got Rhys James right and Chilwell on the left. They're all fit to go. No one's injured. Only Kante's out. Like I said, Kante and Pulisic is out. And I've gone. The midfield is the one I'm thinking. Fernandes, of course, but who do you play with Fernandes? You can play Kova or Ruben or even Zakaria is back. So I'm not sure with Kova and Zakaria. Yeah, I'll go. I'll stick with Kova because I can't blame him too much. That was his first game coming back last week. So I'll go Fernandes, Kova. Then I'll go for Meduki. Meduki on the left. Meduki or Sterling, really. Mudryk on the other wing, and if it's hard because if I put David Fofana, I have to leave Felix out. So no, I'm sticking with Felix. Felix as a false nine instead of Havertz. Yeah, that's what I would go for right now.
My lineup, I'll go for. It'll be Kepa in goal. In terms of the formation, I don't know what he'll go for, but I think he'll go for. If he'll go for a back four, I think he'll be Thiago Silva and Koulibaly.
You think? Could be. Yeah.
And then right back, I think he'll go with. Left back, he'll go Cucurella left back, and then right back he'll go with either. I can't remember his name now.
Wesley Fofana or Chalobah.
Possibly Fofana, or probably Fofana. And then midfield, I think he should go for Kova.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh no, actually, wait, I forgot. Oh no, actually, no. I could actually no. I'll take Koulibaly. I think is Badashil fit?
Yeah, Badashil's ready to go. Yeah,
I think Badashil probably play over Koulibaly.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
That's what
midfield, Kova. Even though that some Chelsea fans don't want to see him play, he'll probably play Mount.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Oh yeah. No, but who would you have? Leave Pollard would put a different team. I know, but for your choice of Dex,
Um,
yeah, your choice.
I'll,
Forget
I'll
Pollard.
go.
Yeah,
I'll go. I'll go cover. And what's his name? Uh, keep forgetting names today.
uh,
Uh,
it's Fernandez. You mean
yeah,
Fernandez?
Fernandez. Sorry, yeah, Coven Fernandez.
Yeah,
On the left, I think he'll play Mudrick.
yeah.
On the right, I think he'll go with Ziyech. Um,
You would not forget
yeah,
Potter.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
On the right,
yeah.
I'll play
I don't mind
Ziyech.
Ziyech as well.
Yeah,
Really, yeah.
regardless of Ziyech, yeah, Ziyech always gives 100%, and
Yes,
I
yeah,
think that's what you need in this game. You need players that are going to give you 100%
yeah. I
every day.
think you need your experience players in this game
Yeah.
more than anything because they
Mhm.
were playing in from Tottenham. Really. Yeah, go on. And
Yeah, and
who's
then
out front for you?
I think Felix will play like he said in the false nine. If
Yeah,
that makes sense,
yeah, of
like behind the
course.
striker,
That's
and
what I went
then
for. Either
yeah,
him or I rather Felix really than David. David for fun, really showed me something, really did. But if this formation we're going to play, if we play this, it's got to be Felix. He has to be in there.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then I'll probably play like Fofana up front
yeah,
or
yeah,
Aubameyang. He's in the squad, but I don't know
yeah.
if it's
But I
a
don't
chance.
think he play him. He said his future is at Chelsea today and all that. I will talk. Let's welcome Bobby.
Hmm.
Welcome Bobby. Can you hear us?
Yeah, big up, guys. Sorry, I'm
Big up
still
to
at work,
you.
so I might be distracted
Yeah.
at times.
Oh, all right. You working late? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking about Potter's press conference.
Hmm.
I don't know if you saw it, but
I
I
did.
wrote a lot of things down what he said. Did you see it?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I was. I didn't think it was bad. I liked how he handled it. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you couldn't say anything else really. They ask you the same questions every week. Are the board happy with you? Are the players, yeah, he didn't say anything we didn't know. But the problem with me keeps saying Aubameyang. They asked him about Aubameyang again. Of course, is he my plans? Is Chelsea's future? How can you say that when we know he's not?
Yeah, but he's not. He's not going to say anything else, is he?
Yeah, yeah,
You
you're
know
right.
why? Create upset. He's
Yeah,
going to say that every player is
Mm.
is included.
yeah,
Look, we all know why he's in this situation. We know what happened. We know the turmoil of the sale. I was listening to Jason Conde, who just said almost a month to the day.
yeah.
In fact, a month to the day, the Russians occupied. I mean, a year to the day, the Russians occupied Ukraine. A month later, Roman was sanctioned, and the turmoil began excessively from there. So we all know why. We know
We
how
know the
poor the
problems.
the
Yeah,
um, the preseason was. We know about the purchases over the summer. We know about the injuries. We know there are reasons. However, we're looking for hope to go in the right direction. And I am praying and hoping that Potter does get wins. Once he starts
yeah.
winning
No,
some
no, we don't.
games,
None of us want to lose, Bobby. I
no,
keep saying I don't feel right. I don't feel right with Potter. I don't. Not yet. Maybe I will one day, but I just don't feel right. Because of uh, certain things he did and he didn't do, like the West Ham game, like the Southampton, playing Mason Mount, false nine and taking off Fofana, things like that. That's what I don't understand right
yeah,
now.
I mean, once
Yeah,
he does these things and he starts to win the confidence of the fans, we will give him time. We will be
yeah.
patient with him.
He
We're
said,
not
what he's.
expecting
You
him to.
heard him today, Bobby. What he said. They asked him about the fans. What's your take on the fans? And what do you think will happen? And all these, if things get worse. He said, "All I can do is try and get results." Of course, what's he going to say?
Well, exactly,
Results,
but that's the truth.
results will speak. Of course, if you start winning, and you're going to get the fans' confidence, but you have
Exactly.
to start winning. And when this Tottenham game is massive, as you know, we've never
Yeah.
lost there. So God, I don't know, but yeah, carry on. Sorry to disturb you.
No, that's just it. He knows what
Yeah,
he's got to do,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
really, really hope he can do it. We
yeah,
we need the stability, despite the fact that I really wish him well. But the club needs to start to have the stability.
mm,
The same manager getting the players through the new project, and there's so many things going on. People trying to make fun of the owners um
yeah,
for revamping the training ground. I find that despicable. How can you do that? They just
uh,
focus on the fact that they're doing a luxury room, but
yeah.
that's not the only thing they're doing. They're
No,
redoing the
no.
swimming pool and so
Some
forth.
fans,
They're
they're
working
not
on a deal.
fans.
They're working
Yeah,
on a deal for us to move out of Stamford Bridge temporarily while they rebuild the stadium.
yeah.
I think we may find we'll be playing at
Mm.
Twickenham.
Well,
It's
not Wembley. Well, maybe Wembley still. Let's
but
see.
do you know what? I don't even want Wembley.
Yeah.
I think Twickenham will be very much a home for
You
us,
know what? You know
a
why I
home
won't.
from
I
home.
won't. You know why I want Wembley than Twickenham, because it's on my side of the river. It's,
Oh,
it's easier to get
well,
there. That's why.
yeah.
But I hope really. I hope they can do it. Stand by stand like we done before.
No,
If
the building work the plan starts in the summer. This
yeah,
summer they start to execute the
of course. That's
redevelopment
what.
plan.
That's why I love Bowley, because what he promised, he's doing.
He
You
doesn't
know.
mess around. He was at the training ground today. He
Yeah.
comes to the training ground
He does.
regularly.
And he goes to the matches. He's.
Yeah,
I like the owner. I wanted him, but
yeah,
it's the manager right now the problem, and
yeah.
the team. The team. We have. We're not playing as a team. Let's see what happens on Sunday. But what's your lineup? Me and Dex said ours. Who would you go for Sunday? Only
Um,
Kanti is out, and Pulisic. The rest all
the
fit.
rest are available.
Yeah,
Kepa in goal.
yeah,
I will start Chilwell left back. Remember there are five subs, so that can
oh yeah,
change during the course of the game. Chilwell left, Badiashile and Thiago centre,
yeah.
Reese right, um, um, in the
So,
middle. I will go with three because Tottenham will try and overload us. So
oh
I will
yeah,
go uh, um, Enzo Zakaria
yeah.
because
He's
to
he's
hold
fit. Yeah,
and João Felix.
yeah. More or less,
Up
we
top,
agree so far. Yeah, go on.
I'll go. I will start Fofana. I think he'll cause them problems. I
Yeah,
will
he
go
was good. I
Fofana.
like the way he played Saturday. I really like him. Exciting player. God,
Yeah,
really is.
Modric on the left and Madueke on the right.
And keep
Or
Sterling on the
I
bench.
know some people are saying Ziyech. Okay,
Ziyech.
Ziyech, Madueke can come on later. And
Yeah,
that would be my lineup with Fofana up top.
yeah. Edek said, me, we both agree. We said Wesley Fofana on the right. He was going to go back three. I had Wesley Fofana, Silva, and Batshuayi, Rhys James, and on the wing, and Chua, like you said, on the other wing. I had Fernandez um, in the middle with Kova, and I had to put Felix in the forward line because you can't have more players. I went for Meduki, Felix, and Mudrik. That's what I said, but it could change. I mean, you see, I don't mind Ziyech there. I don't mind David Fofana playing up front. But
I
maybe,
remember Sterling's
yeah.
fit now, so he
Yeah,
might do
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like
He might go
Sterling
for
on the left.
Sterling. Sterling become more experienced, Could
Yeah,
well
start
do.
Sterling on the left, and Ziyech on the right, and I would still put Fofana down the middle.
Yeah, I don't mind that. So you got two experienced wingers, so it's good. And Fofana has been good. The more he plays, I think the better he will become. Yeah. Look, that's what. Yeah, I understand your team. Yeah, let's welcome Ben as well. Welcome, Ben. Can
Hello,
you hear
mate.
us?
How are you?
Yeah,
Hi,
well,
Ben. Hi. Sorry, guys.
yeah,
I have
Hello,
to
mate.
pop out and pop back in. I am
okay.
working, so I've got
Yeah, I
time.
know you are. Don't worry. Dex was here. He just left now. He might come back as well. Yeah, Ben, we were saying the team before both of you come. We were talking about the whole fixture list for this week with Dex. About the fixtures ahead and everything.
Mhm.
And I don't know. Did you hear Graham Potter's press conference today?
Don't worry, guys. I've just come from a crisis meeting.
Oh, what was that? Crisis.
He walked into the press room and he says, "Sorry, I'm late, guys. I've just come from a crisis
Yeah,
meeting." Being sarcastic.
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
yeah,
being funny, right?
yeah. Go on.
I know your views on Potter in
You
terms
do.
of
Oh,
performances on the pitch.
yeah,
But from his interviews, from his press conferences, he seems like, especially now, he seems like he's got a bit of swagger about him, something to
yes,
prove. And
yeah,
not being funny, half the fan base has been crying, Potter, show us something. Potter, just give
mm,
us something.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
and he's come out and he's being sarcastic. He's got a big head on his shoulders. He's, you know, I
yeah.
think,
I saw.
oh,
I saw his Ben. I saw his comments today. He didn't say anything wrong. He said he had a meeting. He said the owners are backing him. And they asked him about the fans. He said it's half and half. Some supporters are backing me, some are booing me. But he said the only way I can get the fans back is results. That's what I liked about that, what he said. Results. You get results, you're going to get the fans. All we want to do is win, you
at
know.
a club like
But,
Chelsea, results are the biggest thing
oh,
for us.
of
It,
course.
I mean,
Uh,
success is written in our DNA now. Like
yeah.
this is the point I've tried to get across to every Chelsea fan that I've commented on, because a few days ago I really got annoyed with the fan
Well,
base in general.
yeah, but you know what I was saying because I was there at Southampton, and he just was so bad. It was, it was disgusting.
The
And
f-
the things he's done lately didn't I didn't like at all. The
Big up, Nick. Big up, Ben.
big up deals. Nice to see you.
Big up, you lot.
L-
How are you lot?
Yeah, good. Late, you're late, but never mind. We forgive you.
I'm still at my mum's house, Nick. I'm still at my mum's house.
All right, don't worry. I'm joking.
I've got a dog and that. I'm looking after a dog at the moment.
I'm joking with you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've been going. We had Dex early on. We had Bobby up and down. He'd be back
Where's
as well.
Bobby?
He's working and he's coming on and off.
Okay.
We had Dex here as well. I don't know. He lost connection. And
Have you lot heard
ben,
about the
ben,
redevelopment of the stadium?
yes, I heard. I knew anyway. I told you. What did I say?
Apparently,
Next summer.
Craven Cottage is being up to apparently that we're meant to be going to Craven Cottage. Apparently.
No, I don't know for sure where we'd be going. I think it could be Twickenham.
Bruv, I don't want to go Craven Cottage, bruv. No way. No
No,
chance.
it's got to be bigger. It won't be Craven Cottage. It could be Twickenham, hopefully Wembley. because Wembley
Yeah,
is
Wembley,
big,
Wembley, bro.
and Wembley
Wembley.
is near for me. I don't want to go South London. You
What
know,
about you? What about you, Ben?
Ben.
We talking about stadium and things
Yeah,
like
sorry
that.
to that. Now carry on
Yeah.
about now. Deals, hold on. Carry on what you were saying about Graham Potter. It was
And then
interesting.
I'll brush on the stadium
Then we
thing.
go to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was I saying about Potter now? I
You were
forgot.
saying
Deals
we have
come in
to.
and threw me off. We'll blame Deals.
Yeah. No, you were saying.
Don't blame
we
me,
was.
geezer.
Yeah, no, it's all right, dudes. We were saying about the results to win the fans over. How is he going to win us over?
He will have to make a big statement against one of the top six. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we go out there Sunday at 1:30, right? Because
Yeah.
to me, a London derby, you're not going to play football. You're going to war.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. That's the mentality that should be there. Right.
100%, Ben, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Right. So, to me, if he goes out, right, say we go out on Sunday and we slap, and I mean like give Tottenham a real good spanking, right, 4 or 5-0. I think that it's give him. I
Oh
think
God,
I
that will
think
win
that
him. Yeah.
that'll win him
Sorry.
90% of the fan
Oh,
base back. Just to win against Tottenham and win it would gather his 90% the
yeah.
fan base back.
Because we
But if
haven't
he
lost.
went out there,
Yeah.
if
Go
we
on,
went
Ben.
out there and we
And
beat them
lost.
4-1, 4-2,
Yeah.
like it shows us as fans that there's something there.
It will
He
show.
just
You know what will show, Ben, the way we play. If we win, but if it goes the other way, you say we lose. You can imagine the reaction if we lose
if
badly
we
as well.
if we lose against Tottenham or lose badly, I can't see him being in charge for the
You not see his
Dortmund
presser
game.
today? I'm not happy about
Yeah,
his presser, bro.
yeah, I saw deals. I saw. I got it all written down here.
You see, he was
Before
trying
we
to joke
so
around,
deals,
bro. See, he was
let's
trying to joke
welcome.
around, Nick.
Yeah, 1 second. Let's welcome JP as well before we carry on. JP, can you hear us?
Oh, Nick, how's everyone doing?
Good. Yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, we're talking about the match ahead. Graham Potter's press conference. Deals
And
was
as far
just.
as to go as the stadium, right?
Yeah, look, hold on.
Craven Cottage hasn't
Yeah.
got enough seats to fill it with Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. No, it won't be Craven Cottage, Ben. It will
No
be
chance.
It'd be Twickenham or Wembley, or if we can somehow manage to do stand by stand and stay at the bridge like we did before. That's a
Yeah, 'cause I think
possibility.
it'd be Twickenham, you know.
What?
I think
Sorry?
it'd be Twickenham. You know why?
If we move, for the summer
Because
or 2
Wembley have
weeks.
more events there, bro.
Yeah, I know. We see, but let's before we go to the stadium, let's go to Deals you first and JP. Your thoughts on the press conference today and what you think was what's going to happen if we lose, what will happen if we win, what will happen. Deals, you can start. Ben was just saying, and then we go
Let
to
JPT
JP.
go first, bro. Let JPT
All
first.
right, JP.
So, I just started off with I didn't get a chance to see the press conference today.
Oh, yeah. I
I'm
can
gonna
tell you
check-
what he
I'm-
said.
Oh, please.
Roughly, he said, well, Kante's out, Pulisic out. Everyone is ready to go apart from them two. Everyone's been training. He said Aubameyang's future is at the club. They were asking him about that. He said it's tough when you lose, but I've been talking to players one-to-one. He's been having one-to-one with players, he said. And he said, the ball not backing him. They asked him, are the ball still backing you? Because he can't say anything else. He has to say yes. Mainly, and he said, why have results been so bad? Why has the season gone like this? He said, well, there's certain factors. He was coming back to the injuries and all that usual story. Nothing new really. Yeah, that's mainly what he said.
Can Go into the players front, right? Just for JP go, just for
Yeah,
I'll let JP speak, right?
yeah,
The
man.
players front, right? When you look at it, we've survived for so long without Kante. We've got so much talent on the left wing. We've got so
Mm,
much depth in those two positions. You've got Zachariah, Enzo, two of the same players. You've got who else can go in the midfield? You've got Gallagher who can play the 8. You've got Mount who can play the 8, the 10. I mean, we
mm,
see him centre forward against Southampton. You know, there's so much depth you can put in that midfield. I'm not saying Mount is an ideal number 8, but to do a job, there's huge question marks there for him.
yeah.
Um, but brushing on what you said, there's before he picked up his injury, right? And this is going to cause some controversy. Before he
Yeah.
picked up his injury, Raheem Sterling as your false 9 centre forward, it started to click. It started to work.
I
He
don't
was
know.
scoring goals.
Did
Yeah,
you
but
just
how
say
many?
And
Sterling is a false 9?
He said when
Nah,
Sterling
nah,
was used as
nah,
a
nah,
false
nah. I
nine.
don't think. I don't think.
Not at
No.
Chelsea
Sterling's
so
a false
far.
9. I'm
Because
sorry,
how many
but I
goals
don't
has
hold
he
think
on,
had?
Sterling's a false
How many
9.
hold
goals has
on,
he had?
deals. Hold on, 2 seconds. Look at his numbers under Pep, and look where he played. He played as a false 9 centre
No, he
forward for
never.
Pep. Yeah,
No, he never.
yeah,
That
he
was De
did.
Bruyne.
He would play at times up front. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. The thing is that it's not working for us, though, because how many goals has he had with us in all competitions?
I think it's 5.
5. One of which came off a crossbar open goal. If he had missed, I want answers right now. And then the other one came off a deflection versus I think Leicester. So he hasn't really been convincing as a front like false
No,
9.
I
But
agree.
I'm
Again,
actually
but
we
when
don't
you
we don't need
think,
to do the false 9 attack anymore. But go ahead, go ahead.
but
Yeah.
when you think when he was fit, who did we have in midfield that was being creative, making them long balls for him to chase in behind? Because it certainly weren't Georgie.
It was mostly coming from
And then
Silva, I
I'm going to make
believe.
a wild accusation,
Mm,
and it's a really wild one, as much as I hate him as a human being. But Romelu Lukaku in this system scores you goals.
Yep.
well, we have Aubameyang, we
This
have
is the
David Fofana.
Aubameyang,
You know,
Fofana's too young. Aubameyang's good as a sub. Lukaku
he-
bullies defenders.
yeah,
Lukaku scores you goals. I know Chelsea fan will admit it, but the one thing Romelu knows how to do is
yeah.
score fucking goals.
I
Sorry
didn't
for
want him
swearing.
to. I didn't want him to. He was frozen out by Tuchel, I'm afraid. I don't want to go to Lukaku now. We talk about him later. JP, yeah. So go ahead about the press conference and looking forward to the game. What's your thoughts on for Tottenham?
So and this is one thing I'm actually happy that it's just because I feel like it's been annoying for everybody from anything that he goes and says in a press conference. But I'm right now the only thing I can think about this game, and I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, is that for me,
Mm,
I'm looking at this game as a lose-lose situation because I'm guessing it was addressed earlier because we're talking about if we win or if what do you call it, we show like some type of improvement and performance wise, it'll buy Potter time. But right now, if I'm someone that thinks he needs to leave. I think not that no disrespect to him. Everyone says that
no,
he's a great person, very nice person to work with or to be a manager, but not the right person out of his depth right now. So if we win, and yes, you can bring up the past 5 home games versus Spurs, we've was it 1-4, drawn 1.
yeah,
It's I don't want this to be the reason why he stays on longer than
no.
needed.
It will get him. It will get him another game if we beat Tottenham. If we beat Tottenham,
If we beat, yeah, if
yeah,
not even that, if we even pull a draw, it's gonna be like, oh, see, that's a performance.
that's
Right now anything less than 3 points is gonna be unacceptable, and we
exactly.
can't be facing right now relegation or
Yeah,
leaning closer to that half of the table.
because
can't
don't forget
excuse it.
after Tottenham, we got Leeds Saturday,
At home,
next Saturday at home, and we got Dortmund on Tuesday, the following Tuesday, Dortmund. So he might. I think they're going to give him these 3 games. If say we lose at Tottenham, and we come next Saturday, and we lose or we get a draw in Leeds, and we go out of that the Champions League. I think that's it. The end of it. He'd be sacked the next day.
But
The fans won't stand. The fans won't stand for it.
Yeah.
The fans won't stand if we lose for it. I can imagine what's going to happen at Tottenham if we lose.
But why should we have to sacrifice? I'm sorry, Nick.
So,
But I just wanted to ask this: why should we have
yeah.
to sacrifice realistically our one opportunity to win a trophy and it's Champions League? Why should we have to sacrifice that for him to get out? He should do the right thing and step down, or Bowley to pull the trigger, have some balls.
It's up to Bowley. It's up to us fans. Like I keep saying, you have to make our voices heard louder.
I won't have that. I won't have you sit there and say Bowley grows some balls. Bowley grew balls and invested over 600 million into this squad.
Yeah, why is he
fine. I'm talking about the manager.
He wanted a yes man.
That's the thing. That's the problem. And that's the one thing. If the longer he stays, the more it's looking like the rumors of him being a yes man is true. Like this is when I say, not to say that he doesn't have balls, but I'm saying to do the right thing and admit that your initial investment of your first decision of sacking Tuchel was wrong, and then hiring the wrong manager. That's it.
JP, I agree what you said just now. You said about why should we sacrifice the Champions League?
That's
that's a big question. Good question, because we shouldn't. Aspie is all right now. He's come out of hospital. He's been at the training ground. He can't play at Tottenham, but he's there. As Potter said, with mixing with the players and everything. I always said, if you sack Potter, if we get rid of Potter, put Aspie in charge for as an interim player manager, whatever.
Please don't.
Why? Please don't. Aspie, someone who loves the club, who's blue through and through. We don't need this Tim Pop manager.
No. No, you don't put you don't put a player in charge of a football club.
No, you do. When you get rid of say they sack Potter, we can't get the top manager right now. We have to wait till the summer to get a top manager. Yeah. So you put someone in charge like we've done before. How many times we've done this at Chelsea?
I'm gonna ask, how busy is Emma?
Hold on. So what do we have an assistant coach? What do we have?
We don't want that assistant. At least with Potter, that little short guy.
I'm talking about the guy who was part of Tuchel's team who stayed.
Who was it? Who stayed?
There's only one trainer who was there before, I think. He was there. He's been there all the time. I forgot his name. But no, I would put someone like Aspie or
if you're gonna swap managers right at this stage of the season, you might as well just let an actual coach see it out, and then
coach. I don't mind someone interim till we get the right manager. So Bowley, Vivell can really go and get a proper manager.
There isn't any managers out there.
Yes, there is.
There isn't.
Look, what do you mean there isn't? There'll be managers next year. I'm sure we could even. Who?
Hey, Ben, there's managers out there right now. There's managers there right now, bro. Zidane,
Flick,
Zidane,
Flick.
What about Flick? Flick, Zidane.
Them man.
Jose Mourinho might leave Roma.
I don't want Jose back.
I know you don't, but I do. That's what we need. Someone tough.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love Jose. 3 Premier League titles and league cup speaks for itself, right?
So you want Potter to stay on?
No, you think I am stupid? Nick, what a stupid question.
Oh my god! I'm just saying, right? Say we get rid of Potter. Say we lose Tottenham. And the fans will go crazy. I know. I'm going to be there. I'll be going crazy. I will start them off, if anything. And right. Say we get rid of Bowley Leesons and actually does something before the Champions League game.
He's going to have to.
All right, he might give him Leeds game on Saturday, but imagine the atmosphere at Leeds when we play them at home before Dortmund. Imagine.
And after this first game, if we lose,
it's massive because we've never lost at that new stadium of theirs.
We know it's fact that Poch turned down the Chelsea job.
Has that been confirmed?
We don't even want him. We want Poch. We don't want no.
No, I don't want him at all.
No, do I bet he's too soft, man. We have one soft guy. We don't need another one. God.
If I could pick a coach, right?
Yeah.
If I could have my ideal coach, right? I'd want the tactics of Tuchel, but the mentality of Zidane. A winners, a born winners mentality. But we saw with Zidane, that's a new one, Zidane, that he can make winners.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So for me, if I was to pick somebody, not being funny, somebody who's won La Liga, somebody who's won the Champions League, he's got credits to his name, he's a former player, and I just think
I don't know Zidane's all right. For me, Ben, Zidane, don't forget he had the players with that Real Madrid team.
And
he didn't have to do nothing.
Chelsea.
He didn't even have to talk. They just played. I don't want Zidane, no. I need someone tough, proper tough, like Jose. Someone like him, if not him. Ricky.
If I could pick anybody and give somebody loads of experience and then chuck him in the Chelsea job, but just give me number 26 back. Just give me JT.
Yeah, why not? I said bring JT to steady the ship if he goes now.
It won't happen. He's not got enough experience.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just quickly go say hello to Dex again. He's come back. I'll go back to you, JP. Sorry for disturbing you. Dex, go ahead.
Yeah, so I had to quickly do something, but funny enough, I've been listening to what Ben said about who'd be the ideal person to come in if it don't work out for Potter. I think I do agree with what you said, that someone with a bit of experience and a bit of world class caliber. I mean, like I was saying we were talking about earlier, Nick, about Potter, that the difference between him and the top elite managers is that it's like what you said, he's not ruthless enough. And, let's not forget, if you look at Ten Hag, for example, United,
we were talking about that before.
Yeah.
Look what he's done. Yeah. Go on, sorry. Go ahead.
Look how he's turned that team around. At the start of the season, it wasn't great because obviously the team he had to get rid of people. He got rid of Ronaldo, and he got some other players he got rid of, and employed some new players. And now look, they're playing the football he wants to play, and now they're in the League Cup final on Sunday. They're still in Europa League. They knocked out Barca, who were one of the favourites to win it, and they're in a title race as well. So
they can win a
Ten Hag's
treble.
first season. It's Ten Hag's first season as well. And obviously people will say this isn't Potter's technically his first season because he hasn't had a pre-season with them. But I don't really think that matters, because at the end of the day, they still gave him a lot of backing and they still got a lot of the players that he wanted. So on the pitch, you should be reminiscing that and seeing some sort of performance. But at the moment, it's not really there. And I don't know if it's because some of the players, I think this is one of the problems. I think it is. One of the problems is that half the players don't respect him because, he's not ruthless enough with them and he doesn't show them that he's the actual Chelsea manager. I think that's one of the problems, and it's not shown on the pitch either. So what can you do to overcome that? It's only one thing. Potter just needs to be a bit more stricter with these players, and this leads
be
on to
more
Ben's
ruthless. Yeah.
point. Yeah.
And like we said before, and show some emotion. If not, I don't want you jumping up and down. You don't have to be a Conti to be, to say the right things, to argue with the ref when it's a dead-on penalty. Show something. Don't just stand there and arms folded.
Yeah,
Show
yeah.
that you care.
Yes,
Yeah.
JP, exactly.
And this leads up to this leads up to the point about Ben saying who would come in to the actor. I think for me personally, there's two people in mind that I think would be good for it. One of them is Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
Like I heard someone on the other day, a Chelsea fan on the Chelsea space, saying that they wouldn't want him because his style is too slow. But then I'm like thinking, well, that doesn't make any sense because how can you say his style's too slow when he
And
plays a
when you
good
actually
style
look
of...
at it, Tuchel's style was very slow as well.
Mm-hmm.
His
but
build-up play was very slow and gradual, whereas Enrique's a bit more direct, whereas Tuchel was a little bit more cautious.
Yeah, exactly. This
And
one,
we-
yeah.
I mean, whoever comes in right now, look at the players we have. We've got great players at this club. Just needs a proper manager. Yeah, sorry, Dex, go ahead.
And as well, like don't forget as well, Ben, Enrique, he likes to play 4-3-3, which again in hindsight is attacking the formation, and I think that's what Chelsea fans want. They want a good style of football to watch, attacking football. Potter's style of football is not attacking; it's too made-state possession-based build-out from the back. There's like no directness. This is what I mean. And the players that Chelsea have, they got winners that are direct. If you had someone like Enrique come in, if you have like Sterling, Mudryk, who are direct players and like to take on players 1v1, that would suit a lot of things because in the squads. Do you see what I mean? Like that's how it is.
Yeah, but Dex, you've got to remember, right? Formation, a 4-3-3. There's three variations. You've got the 4-3-3 where you play a flat three up front, so you have your wingers that pivot off your number 9. Then you've got another variation where you've got an out and out striker that tries to break in behind. And then you've got another format. You've got another variant where you have a false 9 and a CDM rather than an attacking midfielder. So it's all about whether you're going to use essentially your cam player, which in this instance it'd either be Mount or Kai or Felix, right, as a number 8, or whether you're going to use Felix on the wing and use Mount as the number 9 and Enzo as your DM. But then you're still coming up against the same problem like we did at Dortmund. We got hit on the break. Enzo couldn't handle the pace, and he didn't have a partner back with him to help him out a bit. So a 4-3-3 necessarily doesn't work unless you're going to play a structure where you have two defensive midfielders and they form a partnership, which is why I keep saying you need a world-class box-to-box. Somebody like a Jude Bellingham, somebody like a cheap variation of a Zachariah who can get forward, who can get back, who can help out at the back and go forward. Kante-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of player. So you've got to be really wary about a 4-3-3 because there's so many variations and so many players that fit in different variations of 4-3-3. At the minute, we're struggling to pass a ball 10 yards, let alone get a formation and a transition correct. Yeah. So with Chelsea, if we got a new coach in now, I think you'd see players really dip even further out of form. And I think for this season,
that's what we can't rush it, Ben. We need to have an interim right now. If Potter goes,
it's just finding the right coach who's going to play the players in a specific way. I mean, when Klopp first took over Liverpool, Dex, as you know, he played a variation of a 4-3-3, but rather than having an attacking midfielder or a defensive midfielder, you had a block of 3 in midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about getting the right coach who's going to play the players we currently have in a system where it builds correctly. Klopp's. I admire Klopp's tactics a lot. I think Klopp's a brilliant manager, but yeah, 4-3-3 for me. I would struggle to see how that would fit our current selection of players. I, mm, that's just my opinion on the 4-4-3 and Chelsea. Really, it's one of
let's see
them.
what.
Would it work? Wouldn't it?
Now we have we have James and Chilwell back. I think they'd be. I think both will be starting. We have our right, left and right wing backs. I think it'd be three at the back. Well, if I still think it'd be three at the back with Wesley Fofana, Silva, Batshuayi. Anyway, go back to the lineup soon. Sorry, JP, to cut you off. Let's carry on, and then we go to Certified. Welcome, Certified.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Good.
Big
we're
up
just
Certified, bro.
getting into the game. But yeah, big up
Yes,
to you. JP, you were saying before, sorry, when we interrupted you.
It's okay. I think I lost the train of thought.
No, all right, yeah. Let me
It's okay.
remind you, you were talking about, before we go to the stadium, you were saying about Graham Potter. If what happens if we lose at Tottenham, if we lose, and then we have next Saturday we have Leeds, and then Dortmund. So will the ball give him that time? That's the thing. Will they wait to Dortmund if things go bad? If we lose at Tottenham, I don't know, and we don't get a result against Leeds. That's what we were talking about before we interrupted you.
Well, because one thing you said, because I wanted to address something you said with Dex, where about how the big thing is that he's very quiet on the sidelines, and just doesn't show any emotion, right? We pretty much said he doesn't show that you care, at least a little bit. And I was just, when you were talking about the press conference earlier, I just saw when he first came in, I couldn't believe his reaction. They actually said, "Oh, I'm sorry that I'm late. I just came back from a crisis meeting." It just shows that why is that something that one you have to make it seem like it's a light discussion, and then two, is it just a front? Hopefully that in front of the reporters, but because right now it just comes off like he can't be bothered.
Yeah.
So that's what concerns me. But I mean, Certified. I don't know if you want to go up next because, yeah, I think I did plenty of talking.
No, that's all right. Carry on, JP. Yeah, well, I understand. I agree with you. Me and you, I think we agree with most of what's going on. When we don't hate Graham Potter, but he's no emotions gets to me. Really gets to me. Yeah. Go ahead, JK. We're going to come to your lineups. Me and Dex already done our lineups. We come to yours soon. Yeah. Go ahead about the press conference. If you saw it,
I don't watch his press conferences. They give me
you don't. But I told we said what he said mostly. It's the same, really. Yeah, I don't want to watch it, but I do. Yeah, same story.
I've only seen his comments been typed on the fifth stand.
Okay, yeah. What do you think about?
And I saw part of what JPT said. He did say he just came back from this crisis meeting, and how the players didn't get enough training and all this crap. And yes, that's what I've heard. But I don't watch the press conferences. But for me, the guy should have went after that loss against Southampton. I mean, I think that was enough. I think that was enough to get him sacked. I don't know why they have not sacked him yet. But for me, you can clearly see it's just for the money. You get what I'm saying? And they don't want to. And I'm sure they'll cut their losses soon, unless the fans act. Because I know the fans are the reason why they're even still stimulating some revenue. That's a fact. Do you get what I'm saying? So they have to listen to us. Really, we're a big part of the club. So
Yeah, I think he will. They will eventually. If we go lose to Tottenham, I can see. I can imagine the reaction. I'll be going
JK,
crazy.
JK,
Yeah, go
yeah,
on.
yeah, deals.
big up, bro. Big up, bro. How are you?
I'm
Uh,
tired, man. I'm calm. I'm tired,
yeah,
tired,
I
man.
know you. You was out.
Big up
Yeah,
JPT as well, bro. In the house as well, my bro.
Yeah, big
yeah,
up, deals.
Big up.
yeah.
And Dex, big up Dex as well, bro.
Let's tell everyone about JPT's channel as well. Yeah,
Yeah, I've been on there
advise.
before.
Oh, yeah, good. I advise
Yeah,
everyone. Not just you, everyone in the chat and everyone. Do go and have a look at his channel. Great channel. He's a very straight guy. Great Chelsea fan. He's got the added time podcast. Yeah, so I do
JPT. Do you live
advise
in
people.
America?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Do
yeah. He
you?
lives in America.
Or what
Yeah, go
state?
on.
Virginia, like a little, like
Oh, okay.
to
All right.
Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me what Americans ownership's like? What are they? What is it? What are they really like? Because we don't really know what they're like, Nick and
Yeah,
We know what they
JK.
like owning Premier League clubs, but then
some.
Yeah,
I don't know what they
Yeah,
do with their sports.
but Bowley is
Dex will
different.
speak about that.
Yeah, JP will know. Yeah, Dex will
Dex
know
will
from
know as
Liverpool.
well.
Yeah.
That's from the
Uh,
Yeah.
States.
can you
Well, this is
not
the
carry
first
on?
season. Yeah. This.
Carry
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. We
I
can
won't be
carry on,
long.
Nick.
Yeah, you
Um.
carry on.
Yeah. So the group of American owners, I know when they own the Premier League, and most of the time when they are here, and what we've seen from other clubs is that they use our teams to generate more revenue into their club. You know what I'm saying? And I know this owner isn't doing it, which I like about it. But then if you look at it, he just doesn't. There's just certain things he's new to the sport and he doesn't know nothing about it. But what I respect about Bowley is that he's trying. Is at least he's putting in an effort. Do you get what I'm saying? To do what's best. He doesn't know, but he gives it a go. Unlike the owners like the Glazers or the Cronkies, who will not know about the sport and go and manage their and own their own sports company and just take money away from the sports that they're owning. Do you get what I'm saying? And then they build on the Super League and all this shit. Do you get what I'm saying? All of that crap. Do you get what I'm saying? But unlike Toboli, at least he doesn't support the Super League. He's also aware of the FFP rules that not many owners would look at. American owners will consider as as in FFP. If you're going to own a club, FFP is just something that you just have to look at if you're going to go deep into the sport. Do you know what I'm saying? But Todd Body, he really wants to know about football. He's attending every game. Did you know there's some owners that don't know what jersey their club wears? Did you know that? I don't know which, but on Sky Sports, I think one of those people, I forgot his name. He exposed one of the owners of, I think it was Liverpool or Arsenal. I don't know, one of the two, or Man United. One of those three owners. I think one of them. They went to a game and they didn't know. They didn't. They had no idea what kind of club their jersey. It was a home game. Can you imagine? So you got owners like that. Do you get what I'm saying? And those ones are not good. I think Chelsea have been blessed with this American owner because you can clearly see he's trying. He is trying to do what's best for the club and turn Chelsea into an elite team. But he makes mistakes, yes, but he will learn from them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like him hiring Potter was intentional. It's not like he knew anything about this Graham Potter guy. But then he should have known that he has an advisor to tell him what to do. And he probably didn't know he would have people like the sporting directors to find managers for him. He probably didn't know that. And now he knows that he's now hired Christopher Vivell and a board member recruiting staff from Brighton and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, that's just my take. But on the Tottenham game, um, do I are Tottenham beatable? Yes. Do I think we can? I don't know. And how I feel about this game is not 50-50. I'm 80% nervous and 20% positive. The only positive going into this game is this. we have a good record against Tottenham. They have not beaten us since 2018. Do you know what I'm saying? Last 3 seasons we've been doing the double over them. Do you get what I'm saying? And is Tottenham's normally a game, yes, it's big, but for me, it's a game where I'm not worried. I don't get worried. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just another game for me, not to violate, but still, is a violation. Tottenham is just another game for me. This is why I like play. This why for me, my background and how I've been watching Chelsea and where I grew up, Arsenal is a bigger game for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea Arsenal is always a big game for me. Really, it's the biggest game for me.
That's big
Do you get
facts.
what I'm saying? So I've never felt so unconfident going into a Tottenham game. I'm being so real. I look at the way they play, is that they know how to beat teams in transition. And Chelsea have been beaten the most in transition. I think we're 20th, just behind Bournemouth. Chelsea get beaten the most in transition ever. And it's the worst a team's ever been beaten in transition in the Premier League. Did you know that? It's because that midfield is not good enough. Yes, there's quality names, but then tactically, we don't know what to do in the midfield. Clearly, first of all, they are all spread apart. We're so we're not compact, which means this team do not have the chemistry to do these link up passes and all that crap. I look at the way we pass. Chelsea cannot connect more than 2 passes, and it's embarrassing. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe once in a while we could see a little bit of glimpses of good build up play, but how rare that happens. Even teams that are below us, I see them do these link up play, build up play to the attack so often. I mean, I see it regularly. With Chelsea, we just have to be lucky just to see a little bit of build up play to the box, and it's embarrassing. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's a problem we had with Tuchel as well. But with but then you just need to push these players. Oh, do you get what I'm saying? You need to push these players. The manager needs to push these players. He can't just be there thinking everything's going to be okay. This is the problem. He's too relaxed in the job, Graham Potter. This is the problem, and we need to give him this sort of this sort of panicking stage where he has to act quickly. He needs to act like a big team manager, because this guy, he's too relaxed. Look at the way he talks. And this is why I don't even watch his press conferences. I don't even want to watch his reactions after the game, because I know who they're going. I know he's probably going to be saying that positive things, although it was just horrible. This is the problem, and and we can't be having these type of managers, because they're just going to bring us down and down and down and down. Next thing you know, you're not going to see the Chelsea anymore. We're not going to be called the Chelsea anymore, because we've turned into this small club that thrives off average performances. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what Graham Potter's turning this Chelsea team into. And I'm sorry, that's what I have to say. Nick, you're talking on mute. What do you're on mute?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. And even today, I was saying, he said, well, the Southampton game, they were asking him, what happened, what went wrong. He said, yeah, very bad first half. Not very bad. He said bad first half, but we improved in the second half.
What did we do in the second half?
Yes, exactly. He
this
comes
guy
out
is
with
not.
these stupid things.
Nick, this guy is not serious at all. He's not.
He's
How
not.
come
He's too calm.
we were just as bad in the second half?
He said
This is
the
the
ball are
problem.
backing me. They asked him, "Did you have talks and all that?" He said, "Yes." Are they behind you? Yes. He said they're backing me. I'm very happy with the owners and all this rubbish. I don't know. It's up to the fans now. Look, if we go and lose at Tottenham,
if the owner is backing you with good players, then why can't you find a style of play? Why can't you find a style of play?
He mentioned that as well. He mentioned Certified. He said, "Look, you have to consider everything at the start with the injuries," and he mentioned all the injuries, every single player who was injured. Imagine
that
came back
players,
to
those
that
players.
story. Yeah, but came back to that, then saying,
So
what
Nick,
about the
he's saying.
new players?
So Nick,
the new players
So
have
Nick,
to adapt. It takes time to adapt.
so
So
Nick,
it's
this
yeah,
Nick,
go.
the problem is,
Mm,
so you're telling every manager can do something tactically. Every
exactly.
manager can. Let me tell you this: you can tactically do the basics. No one is asking you to be going, oh, let's play like Arsenal. Let's play all this dominate possession, play through
Yeah,
the midfield. No one is saying, at least do the basics tactically,
God.
like simple. At least
You know,
hit them on a counter attack, learn counter attacking football, and that's not hard to teach. Do you get what I'm saying? Sit back,
yeah,
counter attack. That's just simple. At least we
exactly.
can see. At least we can see you have a style of play. That this is exactly what Arteta did. I'm not saying this is what exactly Arteta did until he was able to get his players in. And I know the difference is between Arteta is this: he didn't have
Yeah,
good players.
what I didn't
He
like
didn't.
with him today, certify a lot.
Now we have a better team. We have a
Yeah,
way better
God.
team.
We have a
I
better
am
team,
expecting. Yeah,
but we don't
I'm
have a
expecting
manager.
something. I'm expecting
Yeah,
some football. So why can't
exactly.
he at least, even if the players, even if you're missing players, why can't you at least do the basics? Sit back and hit them on a counter attack. It's not simple. You start with that, and then you could build your football from there. Then you get the preseason. Do you know what I'm saying? Work on the football. But then let me tell you this: there's no manager that has
Yeah,
had a lot of time as Potter. He's
I'm
had the
fed
World
up.
Cup to prepare. He's had
Yeah,
the a whole month to prepare for his tactics. And
you
and,
and
and
you
look what
know what he
and look what
said,
we're seeing.
certify. They
Hmm?
asked him about that, the World Cup when we lost before the World Cup, we lost to Newcastle. He goes, but you have to understand the injuries, and he went through
That
all the
is no
players.
excuse.
Yeah, but that's what he keeps saying today, and I really got fed up with it. Ask
Because
JT,
this
he's
manager, let me
and
tell you,
he's talking about the injuries. They asked him, what about the new players? Well, the new
this
players,
manager is looking for excuses, Nick.
let me just say this.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
looking for
too
unexcusable
many
excuses.
excuses, and
This
I've had
and
enough. I had enough because I went.
and Nick, you
Yeah,
know that thing he was talking about on Match of the Day. He was disgracing us,
yeah.
and he was saying people think I'm the problem. Well, that's their opinion. This and no, those are
Uh,
the words of an arrogant man. It's crazy.
he's here,
This
like
guy,
Deals, Deals
when I
said it.
when I look
He's
exactly
here for the
when I
money.
look
Yeah,
it's okay. When I look at these comments, I'm thinking this guy is an arrogant man, and an arrogant man that
he's
that that
he's
that
very
he's way
yeah
too cheap. He's too cheap to
very
it's too
arrogant.
expensive for him. He cannot be. Those are the words of an arrogant man.
Yeah, and today
I am not the problem. He's not the problem. Then who
no,
is?
he
Those
said
are the
that.
words of an arrogant man. I can't. This is me and King Black were talking about this. But
Yeah.
it's crazy. How can you
Uh,
say? How can you be out tacticked by
all
managerless
right. He didn't
managerless
say
Southampton?
yeah.
And
Today
then
he yeah. Hold on. Today he
I'm not
didn't
talking about
say
today, Nick. I'm
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about
Go on.
after that Southampton
Southampton,
game.
Southampton. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
disgrace.
How can you say
And
that?
to say even today he said we played well second half. What well? We was unlucky. He said we had chances. We was unlucky not to score. That's rubbish. Uh, uh, you know, I can't believe this guy. But I don't know anymore. You know my feelings.
This manager,
Uh,
he's not
yeah.
serious, man. He's not serious at all. He is really not.
No. Let's
He
go
thinks
to
he can
Dex
come
for
to
a minute.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
He
go.
feels he
Carry
can
on
come
when
to
you
Chelsea
finish.
and
Yeah,
turn
go
us.
on.
Yeah, he feels he can come to Chelsea and turn us to a small club. A small club like at a Brighton level. He knows a club like Chelsea should not. A club like Chelsea will not stand for this crap. You have to
No,
be
it's the
honest.
owner.
You have to be honest
It's
on your performance. It's a big, big step. So why is he still acting as if he's in Brighton? I don't know.
exactly. That's what
That's what I'm
he.
saying.
And he loved Brighton. He was singing with the fans. I remember. With if you see it, you can watch it live on YouTube. He is a Brighton fan still. That's where he belongs. He should go back there and help the manager. God, I had enough of him. Really have. Dex, yeah, go on. You want to say something? Dex? Dex was he's there, but I don't know what his maybe his connection. Carry on. Certify.
I'm
Um,
finished. I'm just saying
yeah.
I was
No,
telling them I don't have Nick. I was telling them I don't have confidence going into the Tottenham game.
No,
I
no, do I?
normally with Tottenham,
God,
no,
I've
Nick.
never said
I
that in my
normally with
life.
Tottenham, Nick. I normally with
Uh,
Tottenham is just another game. I know we're going to beat them. Do you
we're
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
we're gonna do our predictions about every game.
It's
Dex,
crazy.
are you there now? I don't know what's happening.
Dexter, you there?
Maybe something happened to him. Let me
Probably
see.
AFK or
All right,
something.
Nick, I'm just having my dinner. I'll be back, bro.
Okay. Deals. That was you. Yeah, yeah. No problem, Deals. Dex, are you there now? Anyway, let's wait. When he comes, he will tell us. I don't know what's happening. Maybe his connection or something. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we were doing. We done our lineups. Me and Dex have anyway, and Bobby. He was here. He might be back. And let's go to JP. What's your lineup? Not Potter's. Your preferred lineup.
JPT or
JP.
So
Then you, Dex. Certify.
because
Yeah, go on.
I'm looking at you guys' 11 and a 3-4-3 would look great, especially now that we have Chilwell and
Yeah,
James
we
back.
have Chilwell, James. We have everyone back
We have
apart from
Fofana.
Kanti and Pulisic. The only two out. And Aspie, of course, he can't play. Yeah.
Most likely, at least I would hope that Potter goes with a 4-3-3 or 4-3-3. Just because I would love to see Conte come back when he's fully fit and into a 3-4-3 system. But
Yeah.
right now, I would see Silva and Badiashile. Let Fofana rest for this one. Chilwell and James, Enzo, Zakaria, and if I were to put someone with them in the midfield, I would. Coaches wasn't even looking convincing. This is why I would.
Kova, yeah, but Kova just come back. First game last week. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it's up to you. I went for I went for Felix actually, just behind. I went for Felix Fernandez.
Yeah.
At the back, I went Wesley Fofana, Silva, Bashwai, Rhys James, Chilwell, Fernandez, Kova, and Felix. As a false nine, I'll put Felix this time. I put David Fofana on the bench, and I put Meduki and Mudrik on the wings. But it could be Ziyech. I don't mind Ziyech on the wing and leave Mudrik. Yeah. But that's what I put anyway. Go ahead.
I would say similar. The only thing is that if Aubameyang is fit to play, I would start him over.
He's fit. Yeah. He's fit. He's ready to go. Even Potter were asking him about Aubameyang. You saw, and he said, "Yeah, Aubameyang's future. He's at the club. He's ready. He's training. He's happy. But why don't you play him? At least put him on the bench."
I bet you he's lying.
He's lying, man.
I don't believe him. He's
How many
definitely.
times they asked him about Aubameyang, and he says the same thing. He can't say, "Oh, I don't want him." He ain't gonna say it. Yeah.
We might not have Lukaku right now for like that type of like tank up top, for the system. Like, because I know that a lot of criticism.
And don't you think against Tottenham? Look, we need our experienced players.
We do.
We need more experience, really. That's why I changed my mind. I might go for Sterling and Ziyech on the wings, actually, for experience.
I would still put Mudryk over Sterling and on the left just because.
Yeah.
I'd rather have him come off the bench, if anything. But on the right was because even though he's young, I still think he's showing like glimpses of
I like him. He's fast. When he has a good game, he's great. He's still young. I don't blame. These players are great for me. These young players, but it's Potter to get the right the right time for the subs. You allow 5 subs, especially against Tottenham. It will show. For me, the subs are going to win this game. It depends what time he brings them on, or takes the right players off. Because he didn't do it at Southampton, he did it completely wrong. He left Mason Mount too long.
Mason Mount played up top. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. God. And, and every corner he tried, he gave up after. He didn't want to take a corner. He refused. And,
Nick, have you finished your lineup?
yeah, sorry, JP. So you will put Fofana, you said?
Up top, I would put Aubameyang up front.
Yeah, Aubameyang.
Just
wish.
play with this false 9 right now because it's not working with Kai. It's not working with.
No. You know what he's going to do? He's going to put Havertz up front. You watch. Yeah. He never does the right thing, this guy.
One question I want to ask you and Certified before Certified goes on. Do you think Potter is very relaxed about this because he knows his job is not in danger when bullies?
No,
Yes,
he looks too
why?
relaxed because you know why? Because end of the day, he's going to be a millionaire, which he wasn't.
I guarantee you. Let me tell you, Nick. If Roman Abramovich was owning this club, I guarantee you would be seeing more ruthlessness from this guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
because the owners are not
he
intimidated.
wouldn't. If he was
needs some
Roman,
intimidation. That his job.
if he was Roman certified, if he was Roman, he would have never appointed Potter. Not in a million years. Get rid of Tuchel and you appoint Potter? No chance. Tuchel would have been the manager still if Roman was here, at least for this season. And Tuchel would have got as far. I'm telling you, with Tuchel, we would have been in the top 4. But Bowley didn't know. I don't blame Bowley too much. He's new. I don't want to put all the blame on him, but he should have asked people who love the club, because a lot of even Merson said it. Potter, he's not going to last. He's not the right guy. Merson is a Chelsea fan, ex-Arsenal player, but he's a passionate Chelsea fan. Always has been. Yeah. Paul Merson I'm talking about. He said it. A lot of ex-players said it. Even Frank Leboeuf, great legend, he said it. He's not the right guy. Let's see. It's up to the fans now to get him out. No one else will.
Let me tell you why they're so disappointed.
Yeah.
These legends, they got managed, they got coached properly, and they expect the same for these players. So if they come around and seeing this manager giving breaks, and I know he was in a meeting, but we don't know that he probably was. But then if you look at it as well, I mean, if you see a manager saying a bad performance is good, knowing in their times the manager will say it as it is, and you'll be disgusted to see these managers now going in and crediting bad performances and accepting failure. Because those are not the managers they had. That's why they're shocked.
No, look, I've been around a long time. I've never seen a worse Chelsea manager in my life. All right, there was Scolari, but he was sacked. They didn't keep him too long. Same with the other guy, what's his name? Jose Mourinho's assistant. What's his name? I'll keep forgetting his name, but they didn't keep him either for long. Roman wouldn't stand for it. He wouldn't have stand for this. I'm going to guarantee you. But where we are now is where we are. It's up to the fans to react properly. I keep saying this, but no one listens. And the bad thing is they all talk on Twitter, Potter out. Let's all say Potter out, #Potter out. They do it, and then they don't, turn up at the game or outside the bridge and say something. No.
That's a protest.
Yeah, I was the only one there the other day.
It's a shame.
I felt really let down. It's
a shame.
And I didn't even advertise it. I clicked it. I retweeted the guy who posted it up, saying meet at 5 p.m. And guess I didn't know at the time he's from Africa. The guy, JP, the guy who organized it lives in Africa. He was on the space last night, man.
Oh my
He
days.
texted me and he said,
For
he said,
Danny.
no, it's called
Oh.
Chelsea, just Chelsea something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He texted
crazy.
me, when he saw there was no one, I was the only one there. He texted me and said, "Oh, yeah, sorry, Nick, you're doing great. You're a brave man. All this rubbish." Yeah, I'm a brave man, but no one came. Come on.
You bought
Oh
Let me
God!
tell you this. I was disgusted.
It took
But
me. I left my house. Was it 3:30 in the afternoon? I was there before 5.
so what did you do at the bridge then?
I was
After?
talking with the security guards. I was saying,
Oh.
I was asking them, "Where's everyone?" I said, "Have you heard about a protest?" I said, "What? What protest?" I could,
Oh my god.
when I got off Fulham Broadway, I knew there was no one there because no police were around. Nothing, Usually,
Mhm.
when there's a protest, you're gonna get the police there and
Right.
everything.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I met some fans, there, but
Oh.
fans came
They'll go mega
passing.
shop. That's the thing.
No, passing and going, taking pictures, out,
Oh.
in the Stamford Gate and where the West End is, and
Oh.
we say welcome to Stamford Bridge, taking pictures. Fans, who tourists, walking around.
Oh,
They were the only ones there, and oh
I
my
wanted to
God,
mention something because I was mentioning with or talking to someone about this with how the Glazers protest happened with Manchester United fans, and I was like, that's a shame because when I brought up the protest that that didn't happen earlier this week,
Mm.
there and I said I brought up the comparison to Manchester United, like, look, that was committed, and then someone commented, it's like, oh, it's not that they're committed, it's just a lot of Manchester United fans just have no jobs, they have nothing better to do, and then
Yeah, it's a lot of
it's
things.
like
No, it's a
wow,
lot of
that's
things. Look, the guy who organized it, he got the timing right. He said, "Oh, let's put 5." He put 5, and let's all meet 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is a good time. We done that the Super League protests, and we were there in thousands. JP, I don't know. You must have seen it for the Super League and for the Rickets, which the Rickets one I organized, but there was only 200 of us actually protesting. There was thousands coming to the bridge, Chelsea fans, but they were just getting into the ground. There wasn't helping us or nothing. I was going mad then as well. But some of our fans, I don't want to say this, but a lot of our fans are still racist. I'm afraid they are. That's why that protest for the Rickets was 200 of us, and every single, or most of the fans, Chelsea fans, ignoring us and walking into the stadium. That's why the atmosphere was dead in the ground because the players couldn't play because they didn't know which owner we were going to have, and we just lost Roman. But I blame a lot of fans for being racist still after all these years, but still. I'm sure some of you notice. I'm not saying all of them. We have a lot of good fans, but there's still that racist thing is still there. It's been there since I remember, since I started going to Chelsea. It's always been like that. Really, I'm afraid. Yeah, yeah. Let's go to your lineup then, Jay. Certify.
Can you just give me 5 minutes here
All right.
quickly?
Yeah. You can do what you have to do. Yeah.
Um,
Dex, where are you? I've been saying, well, Dex, where are you? Where are you? What
sorry,
happened
I had
to
to
you?
do
Yeah.
something again. Sorry.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I've just been listening to what Certify and what JP was saying before.
Yeah.
But basically, like, I think at the moment with Potter, I think, like, I agree with what Certify said. I don't think he takes the job very seriously, because if he took the job seriously, he'd be trying a lot more harder with these players, and I think he'd be a lot more a lot more shrewder in his press conferences and stuff. Like, I read some of his post-match interviews, and like he's always like going like saying like, "Oh yeah, it wasn't a great day at the office, but we still gave it 100%." Like, just those
Yeah.
little comments there, like, do you know what I mean? It just shows you like it doesn't show a lot of a passion from the manager that a defeat like that hits you hardest. Like, you wouldn't have like Guardiola or anyone like that saying comments like that after a loss. Like, you would want to have some sort of reaction, and I think that's the main problem with Potter and with the players at the moment, that there's no sort of reaction. And I'm just thinking, like, going into the Spurs game, there needs to be some sort of fire or urgency from the players into that game, because it's a big game for both teams because of the occasion of it being a derby and all that. There has to be some sort of ill fight to go out there and win and compete. Even if you even going out there competing, just winning tackles and trying to like get a goal, like just some bit of urgency. Like when I watch Chelsea at the moment, I don't know, like I feel like I don't know what the end
The
goal of the
players,
style of play.
you know what? The players are not motivated enough, and this
Yeah,
is why we go into game thinking we're going to see urgency, and we see the same thing. Look at the way we played against Arsenal. Look at so many games, yeah, where we say we have to bounce back, and there's no urgency. Do you get what I'm saying? And their
yeah,
manager is employing this personality and this attitude into the players, that is okay to lose, that is okay to fail. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, and this comes back to my point as well. Like, when I said about Ten Hag, yeah, Ten Hag was in exactly the same position he was at the start of the season, but the only difference is that he's a more top caliber manager, and he knows what he wants from his players, and he's ruthless. Like, he got rid of Ronaldo, he's benched Maguire. Maguire don't even get in the team anymore. It's Martinez and Varane, and they're doing wonders at the back. They were brilliant against Barcelona last night in that defense. Like, that's the main difference. Like, if you want
Do you know what's crazy?
to get rid
Ten
of these,
Hag did not get everything he needed. He has not filled his full squad. There's still players that the Man United fans were complaining about, but then his attitude changed these players to become good players.
yeah, and
And Wan-Bissaka, he gets started. I
yeah,
remember how crap he was.
oh yeah,
This is what I'm saying. Maguire must be crap, but when he comes on, you see him play well. He's improved a lot.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
and
And this
this
manager,
one, yeah. Yeah, I know. This is what comes back to my point. The players are playing. The players are playing for him. That's the difference. And none of the players that Chelsea respect or want to play for Potter, because if they did, they'd be performing a lot more better at the moment than what they are now. That's the main difference. And like, United, they're in a League Cup final on Sunday. They're still in Europa. They knocked out Barca, who were one of the favourites to win it, and they're technically still in a title race. So ideally, if it goes their way, Ten Hag could win possibly a treble in his first season as well. And that's the mad thing about it. That's the difference between Potter and all these top managers. But I still see Chelsea fans on Spaces saying, "I'll give Potter time, and he'll be in the same bracket as them." Mate, he won't be in the same bracket at all. Potter won't be in the same bracket as Guardiola, Klopp, or anyone like these. No chance in hell. There's no way in hell you'll be in the same bracket. Not in a million years. You know why? Because Potter, he hasn't got a personality to be a top Chelsea manager. You think about this, yeah, right? I listen to Rory Jennings. Yeah, I know I don't like Rory Jennings, and I know Nick hates Rory Jennings. I don't blame him because he talks a lot of rubbish. But I agreed with one little thing he did say about Potter, right? He said about Potter being a Chelsea manager. Yeah, he said that Potter's not showing the signs of wanting to be a Chelsea manager, and he said like if you look at all the Chelsea managers over the years have been at Chelsea, they've all been top elite coaches and managers. Your Ancelotti's, your Conte's, your Ben Mourinho's, your all these top managers that have been at Chelsea, and they've always won something or competed at the top. that they're the main difference. And if you look at someone like Potter, he just comes below the par of all the rest. So that's the one thing I agree with him. How his whole video he said about Potter is that one little comment, and I think that replicates what Chelsea are as a club, because I agree what Bodie's trying to do as an owner. He's trying to go for this this long term plan like we do, similar what we try to do with Klopp. I
But
mean, it's
then
all Chelsea. The difference is though, like at the end of the day, we can sort of accept it because we were already in that sort of we would always come in how would you say, we never really competed at the top level. We'd always used to be always be finished sixth or fifth or whatever. We were never really in it. But then obviously now we did it with Klopp, and because he's a top
yeah,
manager, he knows what he wants.
what's happened?
But this is what I mean about
Downstairs, right?
Potter.
On the table where the keys are, because I need to get Eva out. Eva, stay there.
But yeah, that's the main difference. You got to realise this. Potter for me, yeah, I agree with what Nick said. He's not the right manager for me, and I did say that I'll give him till the end of the season, and hopefully it might work out for him. But it's just the players are just not working for him, and it's just not working out. He needs to go, and they need to get someone in. Regardless or not whether they do that with an interim or I think in an ideal situation, yeah, wherever you look at it, I think let Potter stay till the end of the season, and then I think the board have to make a massive decision in the summer. I think they need to sit down around the table with Potter and look through the season and say, listen, we gave you all this money, you got your players in, the results haven't been that great. We finished really low in the table. We got, unfortunately, that's not the requirements that we want, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go. And then in the summer, they're gonna have to go for whatever manager's available out there, or try and lure another manager from another club like they do with Potter. I don't know, do you know what I mean? That's the way I can see it in an ideal situation. I think they have to get round the table in the summer, Bowley, that have to sit down with Potter, and regardless of whether they fit the table, they're going to have to say to him, listen, we gave you all this money, you got your players in, the results haven't been great, we finished this low in the table, and it's just not been good enough for us, so you have to go. And they're going to have to get someone in the summer, someone who's available out there that can cut the top manager like a Hansi Flick or a Luis Enrique, someone like that, someone that can actually come in and actually, get Chelsea back to where they were to be, right at the top of the beating for trophies. Because Potter, for me, I said this to you before, yeah, with Potter, at the end of the day, whatever you think about it, I know some people love Potter because they think of this long-term project, yeah. It's all well and good about a long-term project, yeah, but I don't think Chelsea as a club, a long-term project doesn't really suit Chelsea for me, because Chelsea, for me,
No.
especially when I used to grow up and I'm a fan, yeah, rival fan. When I used to ever watch Chelsea growing up, they used to always be competing, and they used to have
Yeah.
amazing players, and they always used to have a top level manager.
Sorry, Dex. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you know why they, some of them, I wouldn't say half the fan base, I'd say less. They want Potter to stay because he's English, and they want to see an English manager succeed. That's what it is, mostly.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though, Nick.
Yeah.
The difference is, though, and I'm sorry to say, yeah, it's all well and good that we want English managers in the game to be successful, yeah. But if you think about it, can you ever think of a last English manager doing amazing at a top English club in the country? I can't think of one in the last 10 years. I think
That's what I don't know.
And do you know why?
Yeah, go on.
It is because they do not have the mentality. Let me tell you this. I really want England. it's not only with managers, it's with players as well. There's some good English players. Do you know what I'm saying? But let me just say it this way. They just don't have the mentality. They don't have a winning mentality. I don't. It just it goes with how they feel. I don't know what it is, but especially with English managers, they don't go anywhere. It's because they don't employ this strict pressure on these players. It's always about how they feel. Do you get what I'm saying? So yes, they'll have a bad performance, and he'll cover it by lying and saying he's happy with the performance, and this and that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then and then what's it called? The fans will be applauding. You can even see in England as well. They say going into the semi-finals is a massive achievement, but you didn't
Yeah.
win the tournament. They don't have a winning mentality, and
No.
and and they and they don't. I don't know what it is. They just don't. Dex, I'm sure you know where I'm coming from, because bro,
Oh yeah. No, I
they
definitely.
don't have a
No.
they just don't have a
No.
winning mentality.
I'll keep
Everything,
that by. Yeah. Do you know the last English manager we had at Liverpool? Last
and
English
he
manager.
plays mediocrity. That's the problem.
Last English
That's
manager we had at Liverpool was Roy Hodgson, and I don't need to tell you how badly that went. That was probably the worst years I can remember as a Liverpool
Yeah.
fan.
You
That
know.
was when we were at
You
our
know.
worst.
The last good, great English manager for me for England. One, our ex-player Terry Venables. Terry
English
Venables.
managers.
Yeah.
English managers back in the day, they
Yeah.
had
That was
because
different.
football was
He
everything to
didn't.
them.
Terry Venables didn't win the final, but he got there. But he was different, man. I don't know.
Do you know why England won the World Cup in those years? They've achieved more
'66, it
things.
was
The reason,
Sir
wait a minute,
Alf
wait.
Ramsey. Yeah,
Yeah, the reason why they were achieving these things is because back in the day, the standard of football
it was
especially
different.
in English football was high, and it
Yeah,
was more intense. This one
it
is
was.
more of a soft. In the English environment in football right now is soft. They're
You know what it is? They're
overprotective.
soft,
You know
but
what I'm
not only
saying?
that,
They
the English
they accept
players.
mediocrity, and
Yeah,
they
and
point out
the
little things to
problem
cover
is
up mediocrity.
the
That's the thing.
players are spoiled. They're spoiled from young. Yeah,
And the players are spoiled. Yes,
there wasn't in those
we don't
days.
demand the best.
You
We
know,
do not demand the best for our players.
those
This
days.
is why,
The great
Nick.
players
This is why,
didn't have football boots even when they
Nick.
started.
Nick. And this is
Now,
why.
yeah, yeah,
And this is why this Mason Mount conversation
yeah.
get.
Oh
This
God,
is where it comes into place,
I'm
because
getting
let
fed
me
up
tell you.
with that.
Let me let me
Really,
let me tell you this. We go on the way we talk about Mason Mount. You would have thought. I'm telling you. You would have thought this is Ronaldinho we're talking about.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But then you look at the stats that they're flexing.
Oh God,
We
man.
are getting happy over 8 in his first season. We are getting happy over 8 goals and 2 assists
Yeah,
for a
I'm
player.
not. I wasn't,
Let me
and
tell
I'm
you
not.
this:
But
if this was a player like if Matt was from Holland, we will be expecting more from him. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me tell you,
if
the
Mal was,
bias has grown.
if Mal was from Holland, he'd be sold by
Our
now.
expectation exactly
Yeah,
is the bias that our
yeah.
expectations have
That's the
been lowered.
problem.
This
Like
is
I
the
said,
problem. This is why we do not win nothing. It's because our
it's,
mindset, we don't want to win.
so you're
It's like we
absolutely
don't want
right.
to win.
Can,
We
can I
pray
just could I quickly just say something
second
to
place.
Dex about Mount?
Second place
Yeah,
is like a trophy for us. This is why we celebrate
Yeah.
losing in the final. We got all this way. This is the
yeah.
thing. That's
They
JK,
that's
got
could I ask
that's
you a
just
question on
reality.
Mount? Can I ask you a quick question on Mount, JK? Do
Yeah.
you think that Mount's not playing well because of the style of play Potter implements, or do you think that Mount doesn't play well because of like I don't know, just like general things like his contract situation and like thinking that because he starts every game he can pretty much get away with the
Mason Mount
bad
Mason
performances?
Mount is a Mason Mount is a good footballer. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a good technical footballer. The reason why he's decided not to play, the reason why is also on the manager as well.
mm,
But and also there's a way you have to use the tens. But then the also one thing is him, because he's not. I've realized his technical ability has decreased. For example, He's not making these passes. He's simple passes playing
You
through to Kai.
know,
He's not creating properly.
the thing
He's
is,
not taking good corners.
Dex,
Wait, wait,
you
wait,
know, if
wait,
you
Nick.
watch
Let me finish.
him,
Nick,
yeah,
let me.
yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
yeah. He's not taking. He's not taking the corners well. Do you get what I'm saying? Basics. He's
He's
not
not
doing the
taking the
basics.
corner at all. You know, you saw it. You were there against
Yeah.
Southampton. They
Do
were
you get what I'm saying?
they were arguing with each other who's going to take that corner because every corner we took before was not getting past the first defender.
That's
And
what I'm
in the end,
saying.
Felix stood up and went and took it. Mount walked away.
We need a corner. We
God,
need a corner
Chilwell
kick
walked
taker.
away that time.
I don't know what we're going to do
Well,
about that.
Ziyech wasn't
But
playing. Ziyech is the only one who can take a proper corner. Not
yeah, but
only that,
aside Ziyech,
he
Ziyech is
can
going to
feast.
go.
We don't have anyone. We don't have anyone.
Oh, they should learn that in training. This is what I'm saying. It comes
What is
down. It comes down to Graham Potter.
Of
What
course,
are we doing? Why can't
yeah.
we do the basics? Why?
Well, they were
Why
away.
can't? What?
Certified. How they were away for
What?
3 days today. They were off.
Nick, look at the way
Yeah.
we train. Look at the way we
Oh,
train.
well, I don't
Look at the way
see
we
what
train. What?
we don't
What
train.
are they coaching these? I'm telling you, what?
Oh
What
God.
are they? And look at the way we train. Look at the videos. We always do top. We do crossbar challenge. We do these stupid football challenges.
Yeah.
What sort of
That's the
tactical
thing.
training are you doing?
Yeah, I was going to come
Is top
to the
corner?
other thing. The other thing about Mason Mount, Dex, he looks for me. The last few games now, I've been watching him closely. He doesn't want to be here. Looks like he's not. He doesn't want to be here.
I
Because
mean,
he
Really does.
knows.
you know how
Do you
much
know
of
why?
you know how much
Yeah.
Because he knows. Let me tell you this. If I am a player, do you know what I would do? There's reasons why he could look like this. Because first of all, I could
Yeah.
not get a starting. I might not be starting next season with the players coming in.
Yeah.
Secondly, the wages I'm getting is not what I want. Thirdly, those are three factors that can play a part.
Yeah.
Or thirdly, my performances have not been good enough, and the manager's trying to bench me. Do you know how I would respond from this? I will take the small wage. I will take 150k. That's a lot of money, and
Of
I
course
will
he is.
play.
God.
I will build.
Yeah,
On that
he would.
performance.
He should. Yeah, like you
I
said.
will
And
exactly.
if he
I will
wants
be
to
this player
go,
to stand out. I
if
will
he,
prove
if
everybody
yeah,
wrong.
and if he wants to go, he should play better so people of other clubs
If I know that
go
there's
for.
players competing with me,
God,
my
yeah.
hunger to perform will be up
He
on the level.
knows he's not good enough with the players we got now. These young players, they're going to
But
take it
then
from
what
him.
do you do, Nick, if he
He
knows he's
can't.
not good enough?
He can't replace Felix for
But
sure.
what do you do if you know you're not good enough? You have to go to training instead of going to the pub with
Look,
Declan Rice. Do you know what
if
he should
he
be
was
doing?
if it was
He
Frank
should be in
Lampard,
training.
he would just
He sh-
fight for it. Frank Lampard, like I said, how many times? He used to stay hours after everyone
Wait,
left
Nick.
training. Wait a minute. He stayed hours by himself on that training pitch because he knew he had to fight to get in that team, that great team. And he
Exactly.
did. But Mason Mount doesn't. He doesn't
This is the
say 1
problem.
minute. He's rushing to go home, man.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And people will say this is an agenda. It's not an
No,
agenda.
it's not an agenda. We know what's
Because I
going on.
guarantee you, if this was a different player, they'll be like, "Oh, if he does not want to play for Chelsea, he can go." Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this year. Let me tell you this. I'm not with this overprotect, but I see what I see, and I love Mason Mount. Do you hear what I'm saying? But either
Yeah.
I want him to stay. I want him to stay. But if he knows that he has people competing for him next season, and
He has to
especially
stop
this
playing.
season, I would have my performances on the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying? I will
Yeah.
work on my technical abilities. I will not play as if I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's clearly that you don't want to play for us. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's the
And if he
problem.
was to go to Liverpool, which I don't want, and all this thing
He-
about proper Chelsea, what's every Chelsea fan saying
No,
no?
if he wants to
Then he is a
go,
proper Chelsea.
if he wants to go, it's better he goes. We don't need players
And
who don't
take
want
down
to
his
be here.
banner.
Yeah.
And take down his banner. Because bro, no.
Take it with you. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Take
saying.
it with you.
If he
make it
if he
red.
leaves to Liverpool, do you get what I'm saying? Because he's not done enough, realistically, and the numbers, he's not done enough to be a Chelsea legend.
Yeah,
Do you get
that's
what I'm
right.
saying?
He's not a
He
Chelsea legend. He will
and
never
and
be.
I know when
He
he
will never.
leaves,
The
people
way.
gonna go like, oh,
No,
Mason Mount is our legend. What did he
no,
do? Please.
what? No, you must be
Is
joking.
is he Eden
No,
Hazard? You're telling me he's Drogba. What records did he
no,
break in the Prem about
nothing.
Chelsea legend? If he leaves,
Yeah,
I want him to take down that banner and not show that again. Simple.
no, they won't
And
show
this
it
is not,
again.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but it has to be said. If he goes to Liverpool, and I don't want him to go, the same way they put the energy with Jorginho, I want to see
yeah.
him the same way with Mason Mount. Do you know what I'm
It's gonna be
saying?
diff. Yeah, we be
Then
with some of
otherwise,
the.
if they support his move to Liverpool, although the Chelsea fans are saying players like him should not go to Liverpool, otherwise they're not proper Chelsea, then it just shows the type of
You know
it
what I
just
want
shows
to
the type
see?
of fans we have.
If wait a minute, certify. If Mason Mount does go to Liverpool or whatever club, all these Mason Mount fans, you should go
They're
with
going
him
to support
because
it.
you're not Chelsea fans, my friends. No, I'll say it here and I'll say it in your faces when I see you. You're not Chelsea fans. You're a one-man fan show. That's what you are. Dex, yeah, go ahead, Dex.
Yeah,
Dex,
I was going to say, like,
yeah,
on two things. I'll come to the Mount thing in a minute, but I just read something very interesting from Graham Potter's press conference. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but he actually had a dig at Thomas Tuchel, saying that
Mm.
apparently some of the players said apparently in pre-season they said it was the worst pre-season they've ever had
Yes, yeah, I
as
heard him
Chelsea
say,
players.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
and I
yeah.
thought that was really disrespectful. Like, why are
No,
you
he said
saying
he
that?
mentioned that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard him say
they said it
about
was
the
a dig at
players.
Thomas
Yeah,
Tuchel. Apparently,
he
Oh
didn't
God.
mention Tuchel. He mentioned the players, not Thomas Tuchel's name. But
Yeah.
that's what he meant. Yeah,
But
yeah.
then what's it called? Was it Thomas Tuchel not taking them out to roller coasters? I know. Why was it they had fun. I don't know what they're talking about. It's the worst preseason. Well, whereas
Yeah.
Arsenal
I
were
think
working,
just some of the players just didn't like Tuchel. I think some of them didn't like him. I think that's why
some
they
of them
said
are
it.
not built for this for winning mentality. And I know the players. Let's all be
Yeah.
honest, so we can see it. And
Anyway, sort of, did you say your lineup? Yeah.
no, I didn't. Let me do it quickly.
Go ahead because we're moving on.
Yeah,
I've been here 2.5 hours, but I know you
okay,
come
yeah,
late.
yeah, Kepa. First okay, Kepa and goal. Ben
Yeah,
Chilwell left back, Badia Shield, Thiago Silva, Reece James. My
yeah,
two DM pivots, Zakaria and Enzo.
yeah. It'd be good
Um,
to see Zakaria come back. Really, yeah,
in the 10, João Felix, left mid, Mudryk on the right, Madueke. Up top, I would like to see Aubameyang.
yeah, yeah. JP said the same. We want to see about we can't just have Fofana. I love him. He can come off the bench if we need to, but we need, like I said with Dex early on, we need some experience, against Tottenham. Otherwise, we're going to lose. Honestly, we will lose. If Potter gets the team wrong, God, we're going to find out what his lineup is going to be. He's got every single player available, apart from Pulisic and Kanti. So there's no excuses this time. He can't say
No,
injuries and all this shit. He has to
yeah.
stop saying that. God,
Mm.
it's getting too much, man.
I agree, Nick. And again, it comes back to my point. What when Surfer said like he knew what the players who said that about the preseason. Well, apparently Potter said that it was some of the experienced lads. So, I mean, that
Yeah.
doesn't narrow it down enough who they are. If you're saying the experienced players said it, but like onto the Mount thing, like.
Mm.
I said before I would love to have Mount, and funny enough, I was in a Liverpool space last night, and we were talking about all different stuff like the summer, what the board needs to do, what players we need to bring in, and Mount came up in the conversation, and majority of the Liverpool fans said like even though that he's not in great form at Chelsea, they said that they would still take him because one, he's young,
Yeah.
and another thing they said there's a potential in him that
Yes.
Klopp can
Do you know,
Yeah.
get
from
out
you
of him.
saying that, do you know what I get? I get that he will play well at Liverpool only because the reason why he's not playing here is because he doesn't want to play for Chelsea. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He
I get the
knows.
vibe. He just doesn't want to play here.
Yeah. And look, it's not just with the new players coming in. Before we got the new players, he was out of form. He's been out of form all season. God, how remember in the beginning with Tuchel when we started the season, we were saying Mount, Mendy, Mount, Havertz, Pulisic at that time, Sterling, all out of form. It's a long time. It's before we had new players. I don't know what's going on with him. Really, I don't know because he's not the same guy I saw when he came from Derby with Frank Lampard. He's not the same guy. He looks like a different person when I watch him. It's a shame. But, if he does go to Liverpool, I guarantee Klopp will make him, the player he's supposed to be. He's a manager as well. Doesn't this manager this Tim Pop manager we have? Sorry, keep saying that.
What I'm asking Chelsea
Wait a
fans,
minute.
Nick,
Wait, let me finish. Graham Potter, sorry, I don't hate you. Like I said before, I don't hate you, but you're not for this club. Please go. That's why I say you have to go because you're not for this club. We're fans. I've been here all my life. I'm older than you, Graham Potter. I understand Chelsea more than you will ever do. So just go, please. Yeah.
let me just say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Go on.
All I just want to say is, all I want to say is just one more quick comment on this. Like, just like you did with the other players that did achieve or didn't do much at Chelsea when left and they were good players. Yeah,
Mm,
keep the same thing with Mount. I mean, if he goes at the end of the day, he's not proper Chelsea. He's not like a Lampard where he's
mm,
done so much for the club. Do you know what I'm saying? I know he went to Man City, but this guy, he done so much for the club. Do you
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
And
But
look,
this guy has
and
not. Mason
if
Mount has
Mason
not even
Mount
hit
really
28.
loves the club, and like he says, he
He
will
would
stay
stay.
and fight,
Mm.
like other players did. We had so many young players who wouldn't go nowhere. They stay. They love the club. It will show us what he is. That's all. If he goes, yeah. Sort of, yeah. Where's Dex gone now? he's jumped out, I think. Now, I was going to do all the fixtures, coming up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, Everton Wolves were 1-1 just now. They're still playing, I think.
I mean, Fulham Wolves.
Yeah, Fulham Wolves were drawing 1-1,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know if it's finished that way. Anyway, we won't do that because they're playing now. Everton, Aston Villa for you.
Is that 12:30 kickoff?
Yeah, Saturday. Tomorrow, yeah. Everton Villa. Both need points. Both, Everton more than Villa, but Villa need to win as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've gone on a bad run of form.
So it's only me and you. So I'll put you and me. Yeah. So what you saying?
Um, I think I can see a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, 1-1. Yeah, Everton Villa is very hard. Everton, they need to win. They're right down there. So do Villa. We can't say Villa don't. But because Everton at home, I'm going to say 1-0 to Everton. Yeah, 1-0. Only because they're home. The next one, Leicester, Arsenal. Another team down the bottom, Leicester. Desperately need points, so do Arsenal. Can Arsenal keep this win and keep on top? What are you saying?
Yeah, they'll win that game 2-0. Arsenal.
You reckon, yeah?
Yeah.
God, I can't say Arsenal win. I
I
don't
heard
know.
Jesus is back as well, so
Oh, yeah, but he's just come back.
yeah, but
You
still,
know
it's
what?
still the team.
If Leicester can play somehow, they have players. If they can play the game, it could be a 1-0 Leicester. I've
Is
got
that what you're going
1-0
for?
1-0 Leicester, yeah. Because
Oh,
they're at the bottom, they're not safe, but no way. 24 points they've got,
mm.
yeah. And well, you can say both ways. Arsenal, they're top, but if they drop points, the City win, which they should against Bournemouth, then City will be back on top. It's mostly because that's what I want to see. Then, you understand. I want to see City go back on top. Sorry, Arsenal fans, but yeah. So I'm going 1-0 Leicester, hopefully. West Ham Forest, another bottom table clash. Forest doing really well at the moment. Therefore, West Ham third from bottom. Forest they got they 13th, 25 points. West Ham only got 20 points. So God, West Ham needs to win this at home.
1-1.
You're going 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking 1-1 before. I'll even put 1-1 in the top six. West Ham, they desperately need to win. Forest are big good, really good, but especially at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's hard because West Ham can actually beat them at home. Oh God, yeah, I'll go. God 1-0 again. West Ham 1-0. So far, I've got all 1-0s. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm going West Ham 1-0. All right. Leeds, Southampton, the bottom of the table, clash of the day, match of the day. This could be a massive game.
These fixtures are so drawable. I can
Leeds,
see draws in lots of these fixtures,
yeah,
but
Leeds at home. Don't forget. Yeah,
I think Leeds will win 2-1.
yeah. Two. Because Southampton beat us last week, they got confidence.
But Leeds,
Yeah,
I've seen teams get points of big clubs and then
Leeds are
crumble the next
desperate
game.
as well. Leeds, they 18 and 19 points. These two. So you're saying Leeds 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm going 1-1. 1-1. Southampton with that confidence after beating us will get a draw. Maybe I'm wrong, but 1-1 for me. All right. Well, we come to the Bournemouth against City. Bournemouth, fourth from bottom. City, you know where they are.
Hmm.
Can City have to win to make
They
sure
have
they're
to
up
win
there?
that game. I mean, for me, I think if they don't win this game, I don't think City win the league. Because, bro,
Yes. Yeah,
if
you're
they
right.
don't win this game, I don't think because they cannot be dropping teams to these easy
Especially if
bottom of the
Arsenal.
league. They
Yeah.
can't,
And
Arsenal.
especially if Arsenal go and beat Leicester, God, they
Yeah,
have to win.
and
Yeah.
Arsenal are beating these teams. City are losing and are dropping points to. So this is what I'm saying. City might not win the league this season, but
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Even
I'm
Man
gonna go.
United are there.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
on.
go. I'm gonna go 4-0 City.
Yeah. Yeah. 4-0 City. I think City will. They have to win. They're gonna win. But I wouldn't say 4-0 because they haven't been scoring, a lot of goals like usual. They're not thrashing teams. They're just beating them.
Because their system is based on just
Yeah.
supporting Haaland, and
Yes.
not every
And
game
Haaland
that Haaland is going to be having a
and
good. So that's why they
Haaland
don't
has,
score much. Yeah,
and he hasn't been scoring lately as he was, has he? Uh, but still, City for me, I have to win. It's gonna be. I'm going 3-0 City. Right, we come to Palace Liverpool.
Liverpool win.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
they'll win
it
the
won't be
game
easy
2-1.
at Palace.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm giving them a 2-1 scrappy win. I think a 2-1 win. Liverpool.
2-1. Okay, you're going 2-1. 2-1. I'm going. You know what, Palace? They draw so many games at home.
Oh,
Palace, they keep drawing so many games. Maybe, but Liverpool, after that Real Madrid loss, I think they will bounce back. Um, I think 3-1 Liverpool, 1-3.
yeah.
Yeah. Right, here we come. Now, leave the Chelsea to last. We go to the League Cup final first. Newcastle Man United, the final certified.
This game is 50-50 because, bro,
Yeah,
although Man United are favourites, we all
United are
know
hot favourites because of
we
the
all
way
know
they play.
these cup finals. Let me tell you this. I did it with Leicester. I
Yeah.
learnt my lesson. Let me tell you this. I'm telling you, I learnt my lesson. But I'm not saying they'll win. What we can't write off
Mm.
Newcastle. They actually might
No,
win it. They actually might win it. I'm not even joking.
you
I'm
know
not
what?
like
There's one thing. Newcastle want it more than Man
that's the thing.
United
They want it more.
because they haven't won a trophy since the 40s. I
And
can't,
imagine this: the
I can't,
Saudis will be watching. The Saudi family will be watching
uh,
them. Look,
and you know, yeah,
The Saudi
yeah,
family will be watching them. The
yeah.
fans are going to be smoking flares
Oh
everywhere.
God, there won't be
Bro,
no fancy
you don't know the
You
confidence
know, the whole
Newcastle can take from that.
Newcastle's coming. The whole town of Newcastle's coming to London.
It's a
Imagine,
big game.
yeah, yeah. But they're
I'm
all
like,
coming. Every
do you know
single
what I heard?
person.
I heard it was a sellout. It's the quickest sellout in a football
Yeah,
league game because
it
there's
is.
some London Newcastle fans as well. I mean, like
But
so they didn't
even
get a
if
chance
they
to get
can't get
tickets.
a ticket, they're gonna be here. They'll be outside watching it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
So
it's crazy.
what you going for?
Unfortunately, I have to go with Man United to win 2-1, but it will be very tight. I mean, I can see
Yeah.
Man United scoring and then Newcastle equalizing, and it will
Okay.
be
You.
very tight. Newcastle will
Oh,
dominate, and Man
yeah.
United will dominate, but I think they will get the goal in extra time. I think we'll go to extra time,
All right. You're going 2-1 United.
but don't write off
For,
Newcastle at all.
no.
Just have to say this: don't.
Yeah. For me.
They could actually win it.
Yeah, look, my brain says Man United because the form they're on is unbelievable. Um, but my heart is going for Newcastle. They haven't won. I feel sorry for them fans. They ain't won nothing. You know, even the older fans, they can't remember the last time Newcastle won anything. Most of them are dead. So go Newcastle, go and beat them. 1-0 Newcastle. Be
I'll
unbelievable
be
for
so
the.
happy if Newcastle win.
Yeah. That's why I'm going 1-0 Newcastle because it'd be so massive for them to win a trophy, you know. It's since
And I think we can say this as well. If they win this trophy, I
mm,
think that's where I think Newcastle's big big club campaign starts.
yeah, they
Do you
have
know
to
what I'm
win it.
saying?
They have to win it, so it
I think that's
starts.
where the future starts if they win it.
Exactly. Yeah, I
The
think
future will start there. Yeah,
and you know if Newcastle turn up, Amaron, Wilson, the rest of them, you know, Max, what's his name, Maximilian, Maximus.
maximum. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Almiron, all
Amaron,
the
you know, if they turn up, they can do it. Really, come on, Newcastle. I really want them to do it. Yeah. So and then we go to the crucial Chelsea game, big London derby against our biggest rivals, which we don't lose at Tottenham. Never have lost a game in that Tottenham stadium. So what are you saying?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go 1-1.
yeah. I was thinking that as well. You know, I was thinking, my heart says we should win 2-0. Really, we should, but it
That's what my
depends.
heart is saying as well. But then in
But I know,
reality, I know we're just
but
going
in
to
reality,
either draw or lose.
you're saying 1-1, but the first time in my life, I've never said this in my life, never. Yeah, I want Chelsea to win if he picks the right players, which I doubt he will. This is Potter, and I
You
think for the
predicted the
first,
loss, though.
yeah, I'm sticking with it because that's how I feel.
Yeah,
Because
I
of the
understand.
manager, because of this pimp, Tim Pot, the manager, Dumb and Dumber, we're going to lose 2-0. First time I said this since I've been a Chelsea fan, certified, since 1967. I would never say Chelsea will lose to Tottenham, never. But with this guy, we're going to lose 2-0. I hope I'm wrong, but I doubt it. Yeah, we've done all the matches now. We're going to see on Monday when we do the reaction. if everything went the way we said or whatever. But God,
If we lose, I'm not even gonna bother. Get angry because
no, it's not worth it.
it's not worth it.
Look,
Yeah.
if we lose, he has to go. The fans will go crazy. And they might still give him another game. They give him the Leeds at home. But imagine you lose to Tottenham and you can't beat Leeds. You won't get a draw. Are
I'll
you?
be even more
Are we
pissed
going,
if we
like
lose.
Dick said, like
Yeah.
JP said? How can we keep Potter for the Dortmund game? How? Should be someone else in charge.
I
Anyone?
don't. I really don't know. I think
Yeah.
maybe after. I hope after that meeting that he had, he will change.
Oh,
But
I don't
bro,
know.
I don't. I don't know why we're keeping this guy. I said if we lose to Southampton, he has to go. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
playing on
said it.
Sunday, he had to go. I don't know why he
That's what I
hasn't gone
wanted,
yet.
but
It's crazy. But
he's still
anyways,
here. Yeah. Any final thoughts? I think Dios is he's not coming back now. It's been
it's
ages.
hashtag Potter out. That's it.
Yeah, same. For the sake of the club and we fans, he has to go. I hope people will realize, what we have. He's not the guy to manage this club. I have hardly met any fans saying Pauline. Only a few on Twitter say Pauline. My whole family's Chelsea. They don't want him here. Nor do I. That's what I'm going to end up with. Yeah. So with that, people, thanks for whoever come in the chat. Thanks for the panelists, Dex, Bobby, Ben, Deals, JP, and of course Certify, who's just with us now. So yeah, thanks, and yeah, we said everything. We'll be back on Monday for the reaction of the Tottenham game. Whether it's a lose, win, whatever, we'll be here discussing, the game.
Big up, Nick. I have to go now. Thanks for
Yeah, we're all
for having
going.
me
Yeah,
on the show.
thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks for coming, Certify, of course. So yeah, with that, we leave you. Good night. Thanks for coming. And whoever hasn't subscribed or liked the channel, please do that. It will help. So God bless you all and good night. Thanks.